2, 3, go.
DFW Shed Sessions podcast. We acting up tonight, y'all, but we getting it together. Lupal Beats.
My bad.
We got the beautimous, unmuted Professor Melville.
Hey.
We got the good brother J Ell Groove.
Whatever.
Oh my God.
And
You said whatever?
Whatever. They know who I am by now. Shit.
Yeah, well, we got somebody, man. We got a good guest tonight.
We got the same person we've been having for the
last 3 tries.
For the last three times a charm.
We got E Melodi.
Hey y'all, what's up?
I done clap for y'all already, but whatever. How y'all?
What's up?
It's gonna be a good time tonight.
Man.
Oh yes,
Man, listen.
Everything's working now. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Ebony, can I call you Ebony?
No, you can call me Melodi.
Okay, E Melodi. E Melodi, how is your mental?
How is my mental? My mental is, we doing okay.
Yeah?
We doing okay. Life is life, but we doing okay.
Cool. Well, that's good to hear.
Doing okay.
Already.
That's all right.
Got a lot of stuff been going on. A lot of stuff happening.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. There's always a lot going on.
Yeah, it's always a lot, especially, newly married, transitions, church.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
church,
church,
and just
folks,
music, music, makeup.
That's
just
a lot. We're going to get into all of that.
the Lord is blessing.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. Lou, what you got?
yeah. So we start from the beginning over here.
We
so,
like to start from
Yeah.
the rooter to the tutor.
Okay.
Yeah. So how did you start in this music thing, this music situation?
Ooh. I've been singing since I was a kid. So probably I will say about 3-4 years old.
Okay.
I'm a preacher's grandchild. So I grew up in church. And
Not a preacher's child, preacher's grandchild. Okay.
preacher's grandchild.
You skipped one. Okay.
My mama the child.
Gotcha.
So she was the
Gotcha.
So you a PGK.
PGK is crazy.
Right.
I've never heard
right, PGK.
PGK
And so I've been
is
singing
crazy
for a
word.
while as a kid, and then school, went to college, and after college didn't go as planned. And so when I got back home to Dallas is when I kind of like, all right, let me figure out what this life is gonna be like in the music industry. So we've been doing it for a while. And just at this point, just trying to hit the reset. No, we've hit the reset button, and now just rebuilding everything at this point. Looking for new venues, looking for new places. Great musicians. Kind
Okay.
of hard to come by these days. But
Yeah.
They out there. You just gotta.
yeah.
They not just gonna fall in your lap.
Man, I wish some would just fall in my lap at this point. Because
Right.
my goodness.
Right.
But no, it music-wise, with the reset that I'm hitting and trying to go forth with some new things and new opportunities, I'm excited about it.
Okay.
I'm excited about
I didn't realize how short you was. Your feet do not touch the floor. That's wild.
do
it. Technically, our producer was supposed to do me from,
It's a big shot. I couldn't.
that's a whole shot there. When I see my feet, I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, my feet wide."
Listen, your personal is not a big shot, but there was no way. I'm
That is
sorry.
funny to me.
Hey, glad my feet
Your
done.
toes are
They might be a
done.
little ashy, but I'm glad they done.
You can't tell.
Don't judge
I'm
me.
joking.
Don't judge me.
I'm joking. It's too late. It's too late. You've already been judged.
No.
Lou, what you got?
You got that Diddy on.
Idiots.
All right, Lou.
Yeah. So so with you doing your music thing, are there things that came unexpected, like far as you as an artist or singer, that you thought it would be something that would be more smoothly within you going into the business?
Ooh. Probably. When you go from church to secular,
I hate that word.
there is a different posture I feel like you have to have. Because when you're on the R&B side of things, jazz side of things, and depending on what genre that you're singing, I feel like there's a different approach that you have to take. There's a different audience that you're in front of. Mass majority, of course, depending on where you are, the mass majority are us, but still, if you're trying to be a diverse artist, you have to do diverse things.
Right.
So I feel like the one thing for me has been just the change of singing gospel to singing secular and background. I'm a terrible background singer.
Really?
I'm a terrible background singer. I think I got so used to leading songs, I only listened to the lead part of songs.
Oh,
I
okay.
never listened to the background. I never realized how important background was until I flopped on a gig one day that I had gotten when I first started. Flopped on a gig, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know if this life is going to be for me. I don't know if I can do this background stuff.
That's right, because most people you hear, especially lead singers, they'll say, oh, yeah, I love background. I love that. Really?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I can pick up by any means necessary, but if you get to doing all that extra stuff, no.
But because then plus I've also seen you teach parts too, so that I guess that's why I would.
That's a growth.
I got you.
That is a growth because previously, nah,
Really?
it has not always been like that. And I used to read music. If you put a sheet of music in front of me right now, I'm probably gonna go deaf in the eyes, and that ain't even possible. Blind in the eyes, deaf in the ears is what I would go because.
Really?
Yeah, it's been that long since I've read music.
Same.
Muscle
Yeah.
memory might kick back in at some point, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a muscle reading. If you have it, if you get away from it, it could.
I haven't read music since college.
Become a
and
problem.
That's been since 2010.
I guess if y'all want to, y'all can say hey to Aaron. Y'all can say hey if y'all want to say hey to Aaron.
Hey,
Weaver.
bud.
Hey, Weaver, what up?
You know what I'm saying? I really ain't got much to say to Buddy. I really ain't got much to say to Buddy because he, it's been how long, Lou,
Hey,
and Buddy
man.
still ain't called me
That's
back.
another one that needs to get on the show.
Oh,
He already been.
he's been on the show.
Missed it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was in the earlier.
Was that
days.
when y'all first? Okay.
Yeah, it was a little earlier. He was answering my calls then, but then just something happened, and but
Kind of shifted a little bit.
Well, begin that. We're sorry.
That boy
The
lost.
number you
That boy
reached-
he lost 3 pounds and started meditating, and all of a sudden, he can't call a
gonna
nigga
get you for
back.
that.
But but
Go get him for that.
It is what it is. He had to call me to get me, but so maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know.
He said, "God don't like ugly, brother."
God don't like missed calls.
Do you? How many? Truly, because this is an ongoing feud,
This is an ongoing.
I feel like it's every time he responds to something.
sir. Like for real, sir. How many?
Get some help.
How many missed calls would you say for real?
that he got
From you.
about a cool 20.
No, but that's like within a year.
What's the day?
May.
Oh.
Treat you like
No.
a stepchild.
Like,
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
the
Like,
stepchild that
but-
really ain't like.
You know what I'm saying? I just, sometimes I just be wanting to chop it up. My guy, hey, how you doing? How you been? What you eat today? A lot? No? Whatever. but just, but it just don't hit me back, man. He don't return calls. I don't know
Oh my
what it
God.
is. But it's all good, I guess. Back to you, man.
Ooh, he said your phone was off.
Oh, actually, it wasn't. You know what? It might have been. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Now that I think about it.
Oh my goodness.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
So you said you're born and raised in Dallas, right?
Born and raised.
Born and raised. You say you went to college for a little bit.
Did.
Where did you go?
Texas Southern. Started off at graduated from Skyline High School. Woo woo Raiders.
Okay.
So sorry to hear that.
Texas Southern when I first started, and then
Ooh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
whoa.
Go ahead.
Well,
I actually,
he went to PV,
went
so
to
that's
PV.
why.
you know
that's
what? It's
why.
crazy how the mass majority, no matter where you, the mass majority in Dallas, from what it feels like, it's like those are the two top schools that everybody goes
It's
to.
either it's Prairie or Grambling.
Yeah.
The drummer at my church went to Grambling, and we have a couple of people go to Grambling. So Cotton Bowl, it goes down there.
I mean,
No.
between Prairie View, Gremlin, and TSU, those
Yeah,
are pretty much like the
TSU,
top
yeah.
3 schools.
I'm gonna throw in like a super solid number 4 would be Cedar Valley.
community college?
A lot of cats in the community, including myself, went to Cedar Valley.
I went to not El Centro, but Eastfield and Cedar Valley.
Oh, okay.
When I actually did come back home.
Yeah, it's like a lot of heavy hitters in the music community, man. Like, cause Cedar Valley actually had like a really good music program. Cause come to find out, one of the teachers that was teaching at UNT came. He was going back and forth between UNT and Cedar Valley. So you were getting a UNT education for Cedar Valley pay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of the heavy hitters, a lot of the homies. It was way more than 2 calls, bro. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. Probably 2 calls within one day. You gotta stop. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
No, he already used it. He can't use it again.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry. Niggas just make my ass itch, boy. But I tell you, it's
That's an itchy butt then.
hey.
Hey.
But yeah, man.
Huh?
Did you say powder?
Powder is crazy.
Where is this?
I was like, wait, where is
This conversation going?
That's why I said.
Because it's going, woo, all right.
Powder in a dairy area.
Oh my
We
God.
ain't talked about no lipstick or lip chap, nothing.
My
And
goodness.
y'all already
That boy said
acting-
Just
powder.
went straight to the
y'all
anus.
already
Ah.
acting fool. So let's get
Back
on
to the
track.
school?
Let's get back on track. All right. So what made you outside of being the grandkid of a preacher, right? Because it seemed as if you like wanted to go a little bit more towards the gospel praise and worship realm. That's what it seems like.
It feels like that now.
It feels like that now.
It feels
but at
like that
first,
now for me.
But at first it was.
I was definitely trying to do the R&B world. I was definitely trying to be the performer or whatever you want to call it, because there is a difference between singers and performers.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of singers. There's not a lot of performers.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now, when I first started and singing with a different couple bands and stuff like that, it was more of the R&B thing, like, yeah, I like this, you know, whatever. And then I kind of started realizing that maybe I shouldn't do this with other bands and really do my own thing. But then also being a praise and worship leader now, it's kind of like my whole life I've literally listened to mainly gospel. Then I have R&B.
Okay.
And then I also grew up listening to maybe some of your standard, you know, pop artists, Brandy and NSYNC and, you know, Britney Spears. I listened to them when I was growing up. I didn't really listen to a lot of us back, you know. I didn't start listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire and all of that. I didn't know who they were when I stepped into the industry. Didn't know, you know.
But
that was a growth.
okay.
I had to learn
Understood.
some of this stuff.
I get it. So but it was pretty much the job that made you go back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it made
Absolutely.
you go back. Okay, what's the biggest difference to you? Being a front person in a bar versus being a front person at church. What's the biggest difference to you?
Performing.
Okay.
Because when you're a praise and worship leader, there's so many things that go into the actual leadership, from pumping and getting the congregation together, you know, lift your hands and come on and let's do this. While when you're performing on the other side of that, depending on the venue you go to, you don't have to do that. Sometimes you could just flat out sing and just do your thing. If you're doing a jazz thing, the jazz thing doesn't really require crowd participation. It requires you to just sing, you know. Or if you are in some of those places, you don't necessarily have to get the crowd participation. It just kind of goes hand in hand with what you're doing. But in church, I feel like you have to do 10 times more, because it literally shifts the atmosphere.
Right.
If your praise and worship is not good, I feel like it also will take away from what the preacher's getting ready to preach about, because then he has to come behind you.
Yeah.
Because then it comes behind you, he or she comes behind you, and they have to pick up what you didn't leave on the table for them.
Right.
You know, so I feel like for me, it's the performance that you have to kind of know who your crowd is. And that's something I also had to learn with. Like, there was a growth opportunity on so many different sets, because I take in what I did and didn't do in those performances. But definitely the performing aspect of it.
Do you take lessons and interchange the two? Like, I see this over here. I'm going to implement. I mean, whether it's a mindset or any, it could be anything. Like, because for me, church was really good training ground for me, right? Especially when you talk about things like being able to shift atmosphere, right? When you're performing in that venue outside of church, you can take that and use that. Church forces you at times to be able to be
Think on your
quick
feet.
think on your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
I've thought on my feet these last couple months real tough. I mean, gotta be quicker than that, girl.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
Gotta stall.
trust me,
all
I
kinds
know.
of
Trust me, I know. Come on, man.
Look, we all need to pop us.
I'm really trying. Y'all. I'm really trying because this can get bad.
Man, real quick. I'm gonna pop all of us pop me for all of us. Okay.
This could get bad really quick.
Man.
But no, and that's one of the things I actually do appreciate about growing up in church, because you just learn some stuff that you're not gonna learn in any school, any book. You just learn, like, even like going back to like thinking quick on your feet. You sit there and you be at choir rehearsal. Y'all run these songs. It's like, yo, this is gonna be this is gonna be what we do. Come Sunday morning, something in the atmosphere just shifts, and it's like, I know we went over this song, but it's this song that don't fit.
It don't fit
in
where it
this
needs to.
atmosphere. Same thing in the venue. It's like, we got this set list. There's gonna be the set list, but it's like the crowd is calling for something different. And most people, not everybody, but most people don't know how to think quick and adapt to what the crowd is, talking about.
I've had to switch up a set list because it didn't cater to the crowd. I
Yeah.
feel like when you're in your age groups matter as well.
Absolutely.
If you have an older age group of people, we'll talk, some South places. When you have an older age group of people, you can't sing the new age songs that's out right now,
They don't wanna
because
hear
they don't understand it. Not only do they not understand it, they don't want to hear that.
They don't want to hear pressure.
They do not want to hear
Read
that.
your room.
They do not want to hear this. So it's kind of like I've had to like think on my feet, like, okay, I got to take this song out, this song out, this song out. I got to replace it with this, and the third. Where are these lyrics at? Because
Yeah.
we're not going to set ourselves up for failure though either. So
Right.
I've having to change and shift so quickly. I feel like that comes with confidence as well, because if you're not confident in what you're doing, it'll kind of just take away from everything. So I feel like even on both platforms, you still got to have some confidence.
Absolutely.
The same way I'm pumping and priming the church, I got to pump and prime the R&B sides. Maybe not as much, depending on the venue type that you in. If I got to get y'all out on the dance floor, and if y'all not moving, I got to go out there and move. Maybe sometimes.
Right.
But I feel like if any person goes to a place to hear live music, the worst thing you can do is not come and enjoy what you're hearing.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like
that.
the worst you can do is just sit and just look crazy. Go grab a drink or something.
Yeah. Do something.
Go grab a drink or something. You came to have a good time. Like the person that I was texting you from the other place.
Yeah.
That hard singing.
Yeah.
Every approach was like, my Jesus. But I think for me the performing aspect of things is something that I had to get used to, because I don't like cameras like that. So having to get used to being in front of a mic, being in front of a camera, growing up in church with a mic in your hand, but still not being able to, kind of convey that. I've had to grow over the last course of I'll say maybe 5-6 years.
Okay.
I've grown in my artistry for sure.
That's what's up.
For sure.
I got a question, and it's actually for both of y'all. I want to see how y'all feel. I came across something. I thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. I just want to see how y'all feel about it. Professor Melville, if you can play that clip.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
If you can play that clip. Michelle, what up? Just tell me what y'all think about this right here.
Hold on.
Oh, I think I might have seen this dude before.
Y'all can't hear it.
Yeah, we can't hear it on our end.
I can't hear it on my end either.
Hold on, wait. It might be my fault. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Oops. We'll try it again.
All right.
Sound engineers don't know what they are doing. Some sound engineers,
Wait a minute.
yet they go and stand there
Oops.
and behave like they know what they are doing.
Let me
Yet
try it
they are
again.
destroying the whole atmosphere.
He's so messy, bro.
Sound engineers don't know what they are doing. Some sound engineers,
hold on.
yet they go and stand there
Unmuted.
and behave.
Sorry, y'all.
We need to run that back one more time.
Sound engineers don't know what they are doing. Some sound engineers, yet they go and stand there and behave like they know what they are doing. Yet they are destroying the whole atmosphere.
You can stop right there. I just want to know what do y'all how do y'all feel about that statement?
I agree,
that he
100%.
I
made?
feel like a sound engineer can make or break anybody, any type of performance.
Yeah.
If the sound is trash, everything follows is trash.
Man.
Especially in church, right? Y'all ever had that issue?
Why don't you talk about whatever you alluded to?
Oh no, I just saw that clip and I was like, oh, this is
What did it remind you of?
You know, church stuff.
man.
You know, just having people in positions that, and I'll speak about it because it is what it is. Having people in positions that are not ready for said position.
Yikes.
Having people
like,
do
what?
something because they're interested in it.
A willing worker?
A willing worker.
Ah!
Unfortunately.
That's what I was waiting on.
I know you was waiting. That's why
A willing worker.
That's why I went ahead and said it because I knew he was wanting to say it. So.
A willing worker. And I applaud anybody because one thing I've always said is ministry is a thing that it really can tell you, it really shows you what your strengths and weaknesses are as a person. I'll say it 1,000 times. People are the reason why people leave church. It is never God. And that is because...
Wait. Say it again and look at your camera when you say it.
People are the reason people leave church, not God.
All right.
I didn't
I
leave church
approve that
because of
preach.
God. I left church because of the people that were in the church playing God.
That's the part.
And
You got
I
your-
approve
you got
this
your next
message.
clip.
so when you have
Uh-huh.
when you have willing workers that want to take an interest into something that is a huge impact of the church, I just feel like those are things that need to be vetted out before you go forth. And having people approve other things that they are not here to do is even more
Yeah.
Yeah.
boof minding to me. So, we struggle on a weekly basis.
I have a question. Has a willing worker ever been fired? Is that even possible?
Yes,
I mean, how does that?
because willing worker is just a volunteer who takes in.
You can't dock them because
It's called reassignment.
It's called reassigning or sit down. I mean, that's ultimately what it is. I
Or
was a
they
willing
just-
worker for a nice little minute. I was doing a job that I did not get paid a dime to do, but did it faithfully every single week for 8 years.
Were you trash at it though?
Huh?
Were you trash at it though?
I guess so. I guess I was, but it laid a foundation for further things. I can say that, but at the end of the day, no. I think certain churches that I've been a part of have definitely allowed me to say, I know how to draw my lines. I know my boundaries with churches.
Yeah.
I know what I will and will not accept. And when you're new into church and when you're new behind the veil of church, you see a lot more. You do a lot more. There's a lot of things that unfold in front of your eyes that you be like, you love Jesus? You sure?
Are you sure?
Are you positive? But
Have you tried
What we
it?
go through on a weekly basis, though,
But you never know what's behind closed doors until you actually are in that position where you are privy to that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
and I'll tell a person in a heartbeat, especially people that I can see has the heart desire for God, and then they're under people that has the controlling spirit that ain't really doing it for God. You just doing it because you get the controlling aspect of it. So I always tell people in a heartbeat, listen, don't let these people run you raggedy.
Don't.
Don't let church run you raggedy, because people will take advantage of your willingness and your pure heart at doing it. And by the time you realize that you've done all of these things for them out of pure sacrifice and a want to do it, and then it turns to I don't like church.
Yeah.
Or they
ultimately
mistake
how
it-
you harden your heart.
And they mistake that for church hurt, and it's like, no, the people hurt you, not the church.
But they say it's church hurt because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the people of the church.
Right.
So it's coming from somebody that says, oh, I love you, I'm going to guide you, I'm going to mentor you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then next thing you know, their heart is hardened because it's something that you did that you can't take accountability for.
Yeah.
So
And me personally, for somebody to step away from that atmosphere for the right reason, I'm not talking about because you got corrected and your feelings got hurt.
right.
I'm talking about
Unintended.
I'm talking about a situation where you know that this particular situation is not healthy for you, your mental, or your soul.
Right.
It actually shows a certain level of spiritual maturity when you're able to say, you know what,
Yeah.
appreciate y'all for the opportunity, but
Gotta bow out gracefully.
this ain't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because before you blame the pastor, the first lady, the deacons, or whatever, you yourself are in charge of your soul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is your overseer and everything else, and this is your spiritual, some people use the term spiritual father, mother, whatever. But at the end of the day, you yourself are in charge of your soul.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You and God. That's a conversation between you and God always.
Absolutely. And you have to be spiritually aware enough to know when that thing is poisoning you at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? When like I said, when it's causing more stress and when it's causing more hurt, then the opposite.
Yep.
And you have to know that for sure.
And spiritual maturity is a thing that if you are a Christian, it's something that you have to grow into as well, because you have your regular
takes a while.
common sense, and it takes a while.
It takes a while because of tradition.
It takes a while because of tradition, and also takes a while because your relationship has to be aligned with Him.
Absolutely.
Right.
And if it's not aligned with Him, then everything that you're doing is just kind of going in vain anyways, because
Right.
you're not really aligning your spirit with and for Him. You're doing it because of whatever other reason that you're doing it for.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, absolutely.
Girl, you
Absolutely.
speaking fast tonight.
Yeah, I told you it's gonna be a good
Are
one.
y'all listening?
There's some good sauce tonight.
That's what's but yeah, I just wanted to know y'all opinion on that.
Yeah, that engineer can, what we go through on a daily
Yeah.
basis,
But
prayerfully the things get better, but I see it with so many churches. I don't know why, like when you're looking at live feeds from churches, I don't know if they understand the importance of making sure that your live feed for your live viewers has a clear sound, like everything is mixed. Like you can't just go live just to go live because you want to go live for
there
your
are
church.
certain things that's put in place
Yeah.
for that audio to sound the way it
but-
do.
You gotta make sure it's mixed, because if I can hear your soprano and she flat over your alto and she flat, and then you got the tenor loud and loud, I mean, where's the balance? When I hear that online, I'm like, exit.
or just a simple, like, from sound engineers to
Swipe left.
singers, musicians, or whatever. I said this before and I'll say it again. The church is responsible for lying to people, has been responsible for lying to people for
God
years.
called you to go.
No, they did not.
God called you to be on these drums. I need you to go beat these drums, little Jimmy.
It's like, nah, bro. It's like, nah, God did not call you to do that. You just
Facts.
need something. You need something, and you trying to coerce this person to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then and then you halfway ain't good at your job yourself. So how you can't anyway.
But that's why people, like, I did a spiritual test. I did like a test that, and they're out there, that you do a test that shows like what your potential, I forgot what they call it.
Did you pass?
I mean, it showed me what I should be doing within.
You gotta,
Where did you find?
you got to
You can Google it.
We ignoring you.
Because I ain't hear nothing he just said. You can Google it. I think it's like the spirituality test or something like that.
Really?
And you can Google it, and it is, you know, if you're a intercessor, if you do good with ushering, greeting, and all of that stuff, it
I'm gonna
gives
tell
you.
my mama I should not be doing everything I'm doing.
Good luck with that. I don't know how mama gonna take that, but good luck with it. But it's same with jobs. Like there's ways that you can look up like your personality to know, like if you know that you're an introvert, you probably shouldn't do anything that has extrovert things. So probably don't need to be in the crowd if that's not
Well,
what you're trying to do.
my only pushback towards that, and again this goes towards a certain level of regular maturity and spiritual maturity, right? Me, I'm an introvert. I can't stand people. So in that sense, I picked the absolute worst profession in the world.
Man,
Sure did.
I picked the
I'm
like
low-key introvert myself.
like dude, like I'm a homebody. I like being at the crib. I don't like talking to people. I don't like taking on people's shit. Like it's like a lot that come with what we do, right?
Absolutely.
But on the flip side of that same coin, I'm also aware of what I've been called to do. I'm aware of my mission in life, and it's for people. A lot of what makes like what we're talking about, what makes it frustrating when we see the lackluster in people who try to get in our field. What makes it frustrating for us is that we understand our call. We know what we're here to do. We also put time and effort into making sure we're doing what we do to the fullness thereof, right? And it's like we also have an understanding of, well, we're low key doctors. We're doctors. We're healers. Music is one of the most powerful healing forces
Absolutely.
in the world, right? And
It is the pillar of the world.
absolutely. And it's like so when we do what we do, and it's like for somebody like me who, man, I gotta be here. I gotta put what I gotta put into this, you know, in order to fulfill my calling. And then you come up here and pussyfoot with, you know, just because you want to touch stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or just because you want to sing stuff, you think this is carrying.
on? Yeah. Yes, it's on. Do you see that light? I see the light. Do you see the light?
Yes, it's right.
I can see the light.
That is funny.
You know what I'm saying? And
Well, the shock waves over here is saying one thing, but the
Right.
waves on this side is saying
man, listen.
Trying to check the frequencies.
Listen, we can be here all night. We can be here
Literally
here
all night.
You know what I'm saying?
What's
But-
a DI box?
bruh.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so that's what makes it frustrating for us. But so I'm gonna say my only pushback to that was sometimes your own personal situations might not always dictate whether you should be doing that or not. Might not always, however, it's still, even with that, I had to develop a character.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to.
That alter ego is real.
Yeah, I had to, because if I was just operating in Eric, then Eric wouldn't have got me as far as I am.
I have a
now.
few different alter egos
You
I
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
tap into sometimes.
Yeah, Eric wouldn't have, because Eric can be like,
Ooh, y'all make my nerves bad.
like when,
Personality.
like
Personality disorder.
like that one situation where Buddy touched me.
Oh,
That was Eric.
I told you. I told
Touched you.
I told
on your
Babe
arm?
about that.
So it was
Yeah,
his
got it.
cat. I'll talk about it. It was his
he
cat.
touched me.
Get out. Get out in the middle of the interview. Get out.
Okay.
But nah, it was this one dude. I get to where we playing at, and it was this older cat there, and you know, I'm just gonna assume, you know, he was just. I'm gonna assume he was just being friendly. See me, I'm not naturally friendly. I'm not a naturally friendly person. I'm not mean, but I'm not like just hey, how you doing? That's not me. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I get on stage. I don't know this dude. He don't know me. Buddy,
I ain't never seen each other.
Buddy get on stage. He was like, "Oh, you the drummer?" I was like, "Yeah, what up? What's good?" And he just touched me on my back.
He was like, "I'm gonna rub some of this oil off or rub some of
He was
that."
like, he was like, "Man, I want to get some of this anointing off for you." Ha ha ha. I was like,
He touched you on your back like that?
He did.
Flat palm? Flat palm?
Hey, you silly.
God, that's intense.
and this is why I don't tell you shit. Hey, I see you and I need you to stop. I need you to stop.
Flat palm. Oh my God.
This is why we don't invite other people.
gave him a good one at that.
A good rub.
Rub some of this anointing
I was like,
360 hand rub
Man.
on the back.
I was like, okay, I don't like being touched, man. And he was like, ha ha ha. And
Proceeded to continue to touch you. That was so
like he
funny.
thought I said, oh, so you just gonna keep? And then he was like, oh. And then we looked at each other for like 2 seconds. Then he walked off stage. I'm like, hey, man.
My whole thing with that is that for me, it's still read the room. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know you. Everybody don't know your spirit. And I don't like people touching me either. Don't come up to
who
me,
you are.
regardless of anything. Don't come up to me and just start rubbing my back, talking about, I get it. I get the intention that you were doing, but I don't know your spirit. I don't know who you are for you to just be rubbing. You could have just digged in your little tushy. You know what I'm saying? Your butt. And rub. No, bro. No.
Even with that, like doors open both ways. You feel what I'm saying? So just like you don't know what kind of spirit I got, I don't know what kind of spirit you got either. You feel what I'm saying? Like whatever you got going on in your life, I don't want that on me either. You don't effing touch me, bro.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
Hey, you see? I tried.
Good. Keep it going.
Touch me.
Keep it going.
All right.
Man, let's pivot real quick. Let's pivot real quick.
Bo said Tushy is crazy.
Bo Dub, what's good, homie?
Hey, Bo.
So
Hey, Michelle.
let's pivot real quick. So we've gotten to know some of the musical side of E Melodi. Now we got to go into the actress. We got to go into the actress, man. What got you? Because you're in a Tubi movie. You're in a Tubi movie. What's name the movie? Tell the people.
Christmas Miracle.
Christmas
Came out in
Miracle.
2023. Yep, 2023.
Yeah. What got you into? Because you already have you have a personality for acting. I can see it. I can see it. I could definitely see you playing somebody mean auntie. That got divorced and
The typical.
Yeah. You're gonna be the mean auntie in the Tyler Perry movie one day for sure.
I'm okay with
But
it.
you're gonna have better hair.
Absolutely.
You're gonna have better
Because them
hair.
wigs be wigging.
Yeah. You might have
Wigs
to,
be wigging on
yeah,
TV.
yeah. You may have to do your own. You might. No, I got it.
I speak good hair in your future.
Oh my God.
In your future movie.
You can't.
I can and I will.
She said you can't.
But no. So what got you interested in the acting part of it?
So when I was in high school, I've always done theater. So I've done a few theater plays, but
Same.
it wasn't.
Same.
Okay. What you play?
I was Walter Lee in Raising in the Sun. I starred in it.
I did something in Hello Dolly. Don't give me the name. I was in The Wiz, Hello Dolly, Beauty and the Beast. I done a few of them. But
Bo said she act like she isn't currently in a movie.
that's what we're talking about now.
That's what we talking about now, Bo. Catch up.
Now, y'all know there's a delay.
I'm talking to him.
So I did that one, and then I think that was 20. When did Life come? So I did a performance. I opened up for Life back in Tyler. Shout out to DeMarcus Bailey and Corey Espy, who is also DeMarcus Bailey is producer, writer, and then Corey Espy is all around entertainer. He jack of all trades. But I did a performance out in Tyler. that really landed me the door, that opened the door for everything else. Because me and DeMarcus hadn't actually met. He ended up hearing about my performance through everybody in, I think, Life's manager, whatnot. And it pretty much just kind of opened the door for that. He wanted me to do, he asked me to do a play. So I've done a few of his plays, and then it kind of led to him doing the movie and auditioned for that, and it just kind of opened the door for that, which was very exciting. That was my first lead role, and at this point, it's been my only lead role, but God is good, because that opened the door for me saying, okay, all right, girl, you got some talent behind you. It's like, tap in, when you don't really know, when you know what your purpose is, but don't know how to go about your purpose, it's kind of like you don't really have the confidence to even step out there and do it. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I think that gave me an extra push to do it. So then I started getting in background work. So now I did the lead on that movie. I'm doing, we'll be continuing on some training that I want to do. And then how many movies am I in? I'm in 1, 2,
Come on, Flex.
Okay.
3.
I love it. We don't do that.
It's about 5.
We don't do the fake humble stuff here.
So stupid.
We don't do that.
I've done about 5 background parts or whatever, whatnot. Some speaking, some non-speaking or whatever. I think my very, very first one doing background, I did Queen of the South. We was in one of the church episodes when they filmed right here in at the Martin Luther King Church off of Martin Luther King.
Oh,
Okay.
At the Martin Luther King Church.
Right.
Off of Martin Luther King. That was my very first film, that wasn't obviously indie, but it was,
So when you going back to your leading role, when you first did that, what did you learn?
Terminology. Terminology, quiet on set, know your parts.
Yeah.
It was very big on knowing my parts, being overly prepared. And in that, I did my hair, I did my makeup. They had a wardrobe stylist, but I pretty much took from my closet and, he put it together, whatever the case may be. And I just learned how to be not only flexible in what you're doing, because when you get on a movie scene, it's not always the time that they say it's going to start, nor is it the time they say that it's going to end. So when I say it's literally a whole day thing, they're getting these movies out within 6 days of filming. Yeah. And sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't show. Sometimes the work ethics of the people that's doing it, changes. But for me, I think I learned just how to, pivot in what I was doing. I learned how to be more confident behind the camera. Muscle memory. You had to do them takes more than, one time if it didn't look right, sound right, whatever, microphone, whatever the case may be. So I learned a lot.
What's the biggest difference between E. Melodi, the actress, and E. Melodi, the singer?
Acting and singing.
I mean, that's a good cop out. That's a good cop out. Let me rephrase the question. Let me rephrase the question. What's the difference between the singing stage and the acting stage? So the stages, the situations. Well, what's the difference?
The performances are different. Theater is you can kind of get away with, on the theater side, with just kind of not learning your lines fully, because if you know what you're talking about, whoever you're playing the role next to, they can catch up with you. They can get you back on track. When you're in a movie and it's live, it's kind of like it's there. You got to go for it. They may take it back, they may not take it back. They're going to tell you to keep rolling. I feel like the stages on the performance side could be a little different. But for me, I think artistry is artistry. Whether I'm singing, whether I'm acting, regardless of what I'm doing, I'm going to give my all at 1,000+%.
If you had to choose for the rest of your career, singing or movies, what would you do? Which one?
Singing.
It would be singing?
It would be singing. I've been singing my whole life, and I couldn't, if God took it away from me, I would literally be like, what to do now. What literally to do now, because that's a huge part of how I release a lot of my stuff. When I get up on Saturdays and I sing, I'm literally singing from the entire week that I've had.
I can tell.
I'm literally releasing from whether it's a good week or a bad week. I'm literally leaving it on the stage.
I can tell every Saturday morning. I can tell, and it doesn't help with the added rigmarole.
And when you want things to go so smoothly and it doesn't, it takes away every time. But I still use the stage for singing as my outlet. That is where I go to be like, all right, God, I know that I just did this about 3 days ago in my prayer closet. I know whatever, but we're gonna lay it here on the stage because somebody else may need to receive it. Yeah. So I can say probably singing.
So question. So far as for acting, especially like when you had the lead part. So were there things you took from things you went through and put it into whatever you had to do to get certain emotions out?
I can't cry on the spot. And there were I can't cry or scream. And if you saw the movie, you know exactly what part I'm talking about. I can't cry or scream. And trying to channel the emotions to cry was probably the hardest thing to ever do. I did it with a little extra teardrops, give me some Visine or something. I did it and I got it done, but trying to cry on the spot was not something that I would. And I had to channel an emotion just for me to sound like I was crying. So that was probably the most challenging part of a movie. Give me something that's gonna make me laugh. I can get people to laugh all day, but I'm not a crier.
It made me think about that scene with Will on Fresh Prince.
And he had to force himself to cry.
He don't want me, man.
So, you know what? I had to think about that scene because those are daddy issues. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to tap into those daddy issues in order for me to have some type of emotional connection to it. Yeah. Especially because of the scene that it was on was a scene, I think, what scene was that I was crying on? I think my stepdad. Yeah, my stepdad was verbally abusive. Was calling me ugly as a kid. So it was a flashback of my younger self having an interaction with my stepdad. And so I had to channel that. And it was hard. Yeah. But I had to tap into those daddy issues and it got me there. But because I'm low key like over those daddy issues, I just don't deal with it at all because I've already dealt with it. No reason to keep repeating a cycle. It was a little hard to kind of tap into it because of that. But I tapped.
But with this particular role, would you say it was like a tad bit more easy because you played a singer? You played a singer who...
I played a drunken, rude, angry singer.
Yeah, so you played yourself. And
whoa!
And I'm joking, people.
Thank God I'm not angry. If you would have called me a few years ago, you could probably say that though. we ain't gonna stunt because I'm lying. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm saying, but also you play so with that part, you pretty much just drew from just your normal.
The singing part was easy. That wasn't nothing. I had to literally go lay. I laid vocals down in that too.
After you got in the car accident and
couldn't scream.
Yeah.
They was like, man, that was the fakest, worst scream I've ever heard. I said, I'm trying. I don't have a high-pitched voice. As y'all can see, I told y'all earlier, I'm going to have to talk in my, my vocal rest voice because I don't have
do your Michael Jackson.
I have a heavy voice. That was just like, make it realistic. I was like, shh, this is realistic. What does you want me to do? I can't go no higher. This is as high as it's going. Like, I don't know how high am I supposed to go in this.
They should have got a voice in us.
Yeah.
And doing that whole scene was even crazy. Like, just having a fake car accident and looking like I'm slapping. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, but you pulled it off though.
I did.
You definitely pulled it off. So we appreciate you for that. Now, so let's talk about your role behind the scenes in Tubi movies, or in What is it? Just been Tubi movies, or you've done?
No, it's just Tubi as of right now.
We
working on.
No, just for right now. So you do a lot of like the makeup and stuff like that. So let's pivot and get into that. What got you into like the makeup and stuff like that?
I've been doing makeup for a while. Taking it seriously.
Were you the kid that was playing in your mama's
Absolutely.
stuff? Yeah, that was you.
Makeup, lipsticks and eyeshadows, eyeliners. When I was growing up, I could put an eyeliner on without a mirror. That's how, when you learn your face, you can do that. So I would be able to be in the classroom and just kind of do stuff like that. But when I had my first makeup movie, what movie was that? Distinguished Robbers. Was my very first one. I was a assistant makeup artist, so I didn't do as much, but I did enough, But the second one after that, I'm gonna just do it anyways because I'm gonna be obedient.
Right.
But I did makeup for a movie called Deeper.
Okay. Shout out to Honey Banks.
Shout out to Honey. That's my girl. So I did. And she's actually one of my brand ambassadors for the makeup too.
Saw that too.
Deeper.
Go ahead.
Deeper. Distinguished Robbers.
I'm cool with somebody she used to date.
Thicker. I know.
Yeah.
Thick. What is it? Thick of the Berry. One of those two, and then one more that I was on, but I had to get out of it because of the wedding.
Your wedding.
Yes, my wedding. That was my first. That was the ones that I was kind of heavy as the main makeup artist or whatnot, because they normally put 2, depending on how big the cast is and what the needs are. It can range from 1 to 2, makeup artists or whatnot. But what you asked me? Go back to the question.
Something about makeup.
Something about makeup. And what was the question? Go back to
He was just telling you to talk about your role behind the camera.
Okay, we talking about it then.
You was good.
You've been doing fine this whole time.
Okay, I thought it was a question that I missed. All right.
No, you were good.
Pay attention, ma'am. You're in an interview,
So what do you put on your toes?
Nah, but it's the makeup journey. I actually like it better. If I had to choose between makeup and being in front of the camera, I would choose makeup.
Really? Okay.
I like the rush it gives me with making somebody else look good.
I got it.
Sometimes I don't want to be in the front. Sometimes in this industry, I'll say that I would, kind of want to be in the back versus the front, like I would be in singing. I can't do your background, but I can lead.
I got you.
But with makeup, I could. If I needed to do what I needed to do. I learned sci-fi a little bit, and I got some other things that I'm trying to do in the makeup industry. So it's definitely not stopping here.
I got you.
Especially not with just Dallas movies. I'm trying to take the talents somewhere else.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
I would rather do makeup behind the scenes.
Okay. So what's been your most challenging behind the scene makeup situation? Or can you talk about it?
I would never name the movie.
Okay.
I won't name the movies or anything like that.
Have you ever Shannon Sharped anybody?
No. I think the biggest challenge is knowing your timing. And like I said, when you're on movie sets, it's not it's going to start at 3 o'clock and it starts at 3 o'clock. It's going to start at 3 o'clock and it's going to start at 4 o'clock.
Hurry up and wait.
Or even 4:30.
Hurry up and wait.
And I think the most difficult thing on anybody's movie set that I've had, as far as the makeup wise, is that they're not on time.
Yeah. I got you.
And then when they're not on time, they want to rush the craft.
Yeah.
And when you don't have a 30-minute hand that can go that fast and still make a person look,
Or they don't have a 30-minute face.
or they don't have a 30-minute face, and I have to cover way too many
Ooh,
things.
you just hit something.
Because not everybody
There's a lot
has
of
a
non-30-minute
smooth
faces
face,
out
you know?
It's a lot of them.
You know, it's not.
I know a 45-minute face when I see one.
Oh, you are
For real, the mass majority are 45-minute faces. Like I'm
It's
being.
done in 20 minutes.
You are all day face.
They
Got
they
you.
literally would say, "Hey, makeup got to be done in 20 minutes." By who? Who's going to get this face done in 20? Do you see what we got to do?
Hold on,
Right.
wait. To tell somebody that they got an hour face.
That is crazy. When everybody been getting out the chair in 30 minutes and 45 minutes.
Nah, baby, you got an hour. That's an hour face, nah.
Because
That's
I feel like
wild work.
You go last.
because I feel like
Hour and some change.
shading is important, and you'll know if a person had to do their makeup themselves, or you'll
This the
you'll
part
see
of
the
interview
difference.
where they talk to each other.
I'm talking to all y'all. You asked the question.
Right.
I got to. I'm the host, but she's the one that's interested. I'm joking.
Nah, it 15 minutes on the face is wild. We get it done, but
No,
man,
I will not mute my mic, Bo.
No,
I said what I said.
Ma'am, mute your mic, please. Nah.
I said what I said.
Let her have
They got
it,
an
Bo.
hour face.
Bo,
They don't have 30-minute faces.
Bo, let her have it.
They don't have microwave faces. They need to get in a crock
I've even
pot.
tried to challenge myself and get done with my own face in 20, 30 minutes. To kind of go back to what she said. I got an owl face. Do
you be making y'all late? When you and your husband go out?
Absolutely.
It be you.
Absolutely, he is such an on-time person. He is we need to get if we're there on time, we're late. He's one of those people. That's military.
He's probably absolutely.
That's military.
Absolutely.
Me on the other hand, we got about 5 minutes to spare.
You got fast.
About 10 minutes.
And
we
then you
can
walk
spare.
in, you like,
Oh, we
see?
late.
See, we wasn't rushing for nothing.
We can wait it off a little bit and we'll be all right. But he'll get me together on the time. Baby, we need to be here on time. Okay. All right.
How is it? How is it being in the industry with a partner?
The same. Amazing, because it's mine. I'm married. I ain't got to worry about no F-boy energy. A lot of the F-boy energy that I've dealt with these days, I'm blessed to say that I have no F-boy energy.
That is funny.
Bo said 90-minute beat should be a makeup competition. Yo, 90-minute beat. Yo, hey.
That's a whole bridal look. Matter of fact, I can say probably I don't know about everybody else.
I think he talking about that would be like the
name of the show.
The name of the show. 90-minute
beat.
beat should be a makeup competition show. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either.
I'm not mad.
You should have kept that bow for yourself so you could bring that out on somebody and help somebody make that happen.
90-minute beat.
You did your makeup for your wedding, right?
I did not.
You did it?
I did not. Shout out to Ashley. I'm not gonna try to pronounce her last name, but shout out to Ashley.
One of them.
She's I don't want to pronounce her name because I know that I'm gonna butcher it, but she's an African young lady. I studied her work. Like I've been all on her page. Choosing a makeup artist for my wedding was very crucial for me because there's a certain look that I wanted, but there's also a certain look that I look for in other artists, especially if they're going to play in my face. So there's absolutely great artists out there. She was just my top pick.
But then plus with you being in the field, that makes you way more
tense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes me like, you know
it's
what?
Like, I know what this means. I know what you're doing. I know that's not the whatever.
I got a question.
And it's a trustworthy thing, like especially when you don't do makeup trials. Yeah, it's a trust thing. Like I gotta trust that you're gonna come in here and do what you're gonna do. You're gonna blend me properly, and it's not gonna make my face look cakey.
And it's the right shade.
And it's the right shade because a lot of people don't match what. And I've seen it so many times. A lot of people don't match chest to head. They match just the head. Like they don't even put makeup, you know.
Don't you just hate it? I'm not even trying to be funny, but okay, they've come a long way.
Bo says starring Melodi as the host. Coming to Netflix, hold please. All right.
They've come a long way, but Nollywood movies, which is the yes. So
Is it Nollywood or Bollywood? I thought it was Bollywood. It don't even matter. Go ahead.
It's Nolly, Bali, the other wood.
Yeah.
All of them.
One of them woods.
One of them. The African movies, because I was trying not to say that. But when you look at some of their movies, the ones that are homemade.
Yep.
Production.
You can see the difference.
Yes, I'm like, yo, you didn't see that's powder and you're...
It's the whole blob of your neck being brown and your face being light brown.
Yeah.
And I be
You
looking
just
like...
lying. You ain't even that. You lying at
You
that
didn't
point.
even try.
Right.
You didn't even try to put it together. Like, I know.
Right.
Like, and for me, it's kind of like
Gonna take the
being
mud
very
out. Who's this
particular. Like, me. So, I can be honest because when I have done videos previously, I have a whole beard. A whole beard. A whole beard. I told husband, I said, if one day we're gonna walk around, we're gonna be twins. Bald-headed, short, and bald-headed bearded men. That's what we're gonna look like. But
Did
I've
you
had
tell
to
him
learn
before?
both. I'll say it now, and I said it before.
Did you say it before or before that
That's
first
the most-
night?
this is the
Before
most-
that first nightcap or
Listen,
or after?
all nightcaps. He found out on the first day. Hey,
Trans-
listen, I'm just letting you know now. If you hug me one day, you feel my peach fuzz. I'm sorry.
Transparent
Did I not?
at its
Listen.
finest.
I mean, because
I'm with it.
transparency
at
is
its
real.
finest.
I've had people ask me
Indigo
if I'm a whole
Jones in the
man.
building. What up,
Hey,
Indigo?
babes.
What up, Indigo?
I've had a man ask me if I was a whole male
Oh,
after
wow.
intercourse.
Really?
After.
Because you're a peach fuzz?
Because they could see the 5 o'clock shadow
I know.
and things in that particular nature. And so for me, when it goes to makeup,
It was more like 6:45. Or was
But
it
that's how you-
or was it a solid 5
I'm just
o'clock?
gonna take my red cup.
Or was it a were you on time or were you late?
Hey, on the cool.
Were you on time or were you late? Were you?
I can't stand you. Oh my God. Now, late is by the time it hits 6 o'clock, because by the time 5:45 come, you can feel the peach fuzz.
Right.
If I was to shave this morning, me shaving this morning, by the time nightfall come, you're gonna be able to feel it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to makeup, it's like I'm very particular because there's a lot of people that will not blend down my neck. They just gonna stop literally right here at the chin, and I'm like, do you not see what's under this?
Yeah.
Like what's under this needs covering too.
Yeah.
This is one face. My head, neck, and shoulders, they pretty much the same, baby. I need all of this.
I got you.
You know, is this extra for you to put a little makeup and powder under? Here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But and a lot of people, I've seen makeup artists where they simply just do not. And I just be like, that's your work.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
reflection of you.
If you have a client that has high pigmentation and acne scars, like figure out a technique and a way. You can't hide blemishes, right? You can't take away bumps. But you can make them still look presentable.
Blend.
You know, you can still blend your life away.
Yeah.
You know, and if you know that they have a dry face, don't cake all that makeup on them because the only thing it's going to do is sweat and cake up.
Yeah, see,
You
that's
know-
what I was going to ask you. I said I had a question earlier. That was going to be my question. So, hush, Jay.
Now, y'all go ahead.
This is not a consultation, but
Hint, hint.
but a person who's very oily, like literally, I don't know if you can see it, but my face is probably oily right now. I don't have no makeup on or nothing, but oily face. When I put on makeup, I can look like a stick of butter in the next, a melting stick of butter in the next
20 minutes.
20,
30 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, how I can stop that? Because I'm sick of blotting. And, I I know some people, I've talked to a couple people and they're like, it's your skin, mama.
Yeah, I'm finna say
Just put some
it's
Diddy
just
oil on
you
it.
having a
Diddy oil.
having
No,
a,
that's
It's
shut
not.
up.
my girl be
the
taking
cure.
Vaseline. My girl put Vaseline and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna make it shine today. No, I would say your key foundation definitely needs to be your facial regimen of whatever you're doing before you put your makeup on, because they have different concealers, primers, moisturizers that you can use that may not take your shine away, but the combination of having super oily skin, you would need to make sure that you're priming your face.
Milk of magnesia.
I ain't never used milk of magnesia on nobody's face. I'm not even my own. No, I lied. I used it once on my own and I didn't like it. But that's also because I have dry skin. Well, I would say I have dry and a little oily. So we'll talk about it.
I heard protein was good for the skin.
Okay. Timer went off.
Is that a thing or?
No, it's not.
You know, they say it's good for the skin, but I digress.
All right.
Clearly my skin. Yikes.
How does it feel to have it on tap?
Huh?
How does it feel to have it on tap? The protein.
Like right there.
Oh, I need some more. I got a blemish right here.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So, lipstick. No. Oh, well.
Oh,
I ain't messing with you, Bo. I ain't studying you.
I got my
Bo.
contacts in. I can't read that.
You got them in, and you can't read.
It's just for the cuteness.
No.
I said for my wedding, I'm wearing colored contacts. I wasn't doing the clear.
But I'm gonna ask you this, and we gonna take a break. So the original question of how does it feel to have a partner in the industry? It was more so me asking, and I probably should have phrased the question better, because a lot of times in this industry, what we do, it is hard to have a partner.
Absolutely.
It's difficult to have a partner, especially because a lot of times we run across people. Ain't it funny that we'll run across people? We run across people who are attracted to us for what we do, but then in the slight chance they get us, they don't understand what we do because they only see what we do on the surface level. They see the attention, they see the status, they see, you know what I'm saying, all that other stuff. But then when they actually get with us and see the inside of what we actually do, they don't get it. So how does it feel being with somebody who understands or who is willing to understand what you do?
I think his willingness to understand, but also his supportive side.
Yeah.
Jamal is super supportive.
Yeah.
In all that I've drug him through these last 2.5, 3 years, he
Yeah.
has been super duper supportive.
Even something as simple as like walking into a venue where it's like everybody know you, but not that many people know him. You know what I'm saying? And everybody comes, and then you have some.
That's how it was at the wedding.
And then you have some people. You have some of those people who are rude, and they'll come holler at you, hug you. You know what I'm saying? Then just walk. Well,
That's definitely happened before.
It's like, yo, my shit right here.
That's
like-
definitely happened before.
You know.
And it's happened with only maybe one person who I was talking to prior to him. So they attempted to try to be rude
That was
to
something
him.
else then.
Huh?
That was something else. That was that person being
Right.
Yeah.
Being an a-hole or whatever, whatnot. And it's happened, but
asshole. I'll say it.
but I checked that person
Yeah.
as well as he did. Like, my nigga, you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's had to do that as well. I think I've always wanted him to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I've always said, if you're uncomfortable, let me know so I'll know how to maneuver around. If you don't want me to do a certain thing, I will not do a certain thing, you know. But he understands me being a performer. I always tell him to keep your eyes out for people because people are crazy.
Absolutely.
And men are even crazier because they don't care. Well, I'll say people because women don't care either. Men can be very rude sometimes. Some people will come up to me, that whole touch and stuff, putting their hand on my back and, can I do this? No, I'm good. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much. You know, so I've had to... He's learning a lot, You know, when I had my debut for the makeup and stuff like that, him being in the forefront and having to sell stuff, or if I'm at an event and I got my inventory with me and stuff like that, he's the money person. So they got to go through him to, you know, to get what they need or whatever, whatnot. So I've wanted him to be as comfortable as possible, and I've also made it to where it's not a situation you have to come to everything, because I know that this lifestyle is not for everybody.
Absolutely.
And it requires you to be the extrovert that you probably not so comfortable with being, you know. So I've made sure that he's comfortable, and if he ain't, he'll say something.
And I think so I asked that question because, you know, it was part of that was giving game, because a lot of times, we'll come across that person that they don't understand what we do, but also we have a responsibility to teach them
Absolutely
what we do if we want to be with that person.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, listen, if you're gonna be with me, this is
what it is.
This is what it is. It's a lot of late nights. It's a lot of people in my face. It's a lot of, and then it's also the entertainer's job to make that person feel comfortable.
Yep.
Make that allow, like show that person, yo, you can trust that. Blah blah blah.
When I say I'm here doing X, Y, and Z, this
That's
is
exactly
what I'm doing.
doing.
Like, you ain't got to worry about but I don't want nobody in the industry. So it really is the last thing that he has. I'm going to rephrase that whole question. Not only do I not want anybody in the industry, he is all that I want. You know what I'm saying? So it would be different if, if I was like sneaking around and stuff like that. If he wanted to go through my phone at the current moment, I don't care.
Give me your phone right now.
I don't care, because there's nothing. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to. Everything that I've been through, he's had a first seat of me.
That's important.
Telling him, like, this is what it was. This is why crazy anger issues. I used to, be slap niggas left and right. That was who I was, but I'm no longer that person. So it's easier for us to trust each other, because I leave an open space for us to communicate respectfully as well as honestly.
Now I saw your wedding dance video.
Yeah.
It was clear who was the entertainer and who wasn't. It was clear in your wedding dance video who was the entertainer and who wasn't.
When we was practicing for those dances, he was just like, I cannot get this. I said, baby, we're not doing this for the technical aspect. We're doing this for literally entertainment.
No, but was there a part? Was there a part of your entertainer side? Was there a part of you when y'all was going over there where you like, all right, baby, 5, 6, 7, and like, was you drilling him like that?
I don't think so. No.
You know what? I'm not gonna ask you. Was she?
He just shook his head and said no.
Oh, well, he got to. Okay, never mind.
Because I know he's not a dancer, so I'm not gonna force something out of him that I know is not comfortable for him.
So he didn't have to be Chris Brown then.
Nah, he didn't have to be Chris Brown. I wasn't Chris Brown either.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't Sierra on that stage. Shoot.
He made sure to tell me to have fun.
Because when my guy started doing the whole Dougie on stage and we supposed to be doing something else, I'm like, you know what, just forget it. Just do what you want to do, dude. Just have fun. And they called him so many times shimmying through the crowd. I was just like, where did y'all catch him doing this? Where was I? He had a whole hype video. Really? A whole video. Just them hyping him up.
I need.
Nope.
I need you to send me that.
I didn't even post it out there. I don't even think I posted it.
I need you to send me that for when you come back. Because you definitely
my boy shimmied all through the wedding. But it was we had a really intimate wedding. I wanted our wedding to be more intimate. That's why I did no phones, no cameras during our ceremony. Because if you're there, I feel like when people go to weddings, they don't understand what they're going to. You're going to something that literally pulls two individuals together and making them as one. And even though we wasn't in a church, we still had a faith-based wedding.
Were you a bridezilla?
No. I was actually a nice-zilla.
A nice-zilla?
I was probably way too nice.
Really?
Way too nice. Way too nice.
Really?
Way too nice.
Really? That's interesting to hear.
It is.
Yeah.
Because everybody expected me to be a bridezilla.
Really.
And especially you, I would have thought that I would have been a bridezilla because I literally planned everything. Yeah. Wrote out everything, got all the colors together, got him, myself, the bridesmaids, grooms. Like, I did all of that.
Yeah.
I had friends that stepped in and executed, and they were pretty much just going off of everything that I did. They had an easy job. I won't say easy. It was a hard job.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. But my friends came through in a clutch, you know, and I hated that I couldn't have multiple, you know, the big wedding of what I won't say dreamed of, but I'll say, like, when you think about the wedding that you want versus the wedding that you have to kind of go for, it changed the dynamic of how many people I wanted in my life.
It was pretty though. The scenery was pretty.
Thank you.
I do have a question because you sung at your wedding. Was it when you walked? You sung while you walked, right?
I sung my vows.
You sung your vows.
Sung my vows.
How does it feel, or how did it feel? Like, were you nervous? Were you? Because I feel like that's different. Like, you singing your vows to your forever. So, like, I feel like it's different than for you to be on stage singing to a crowd or whatever. Like, you're literally singing to your boo thing and you're singing your forever vows.
And I've never actually sung to him until that day. Like, singing to him. That was my first time ever actually singing to him. Shout out to Lawyer, because Lawyer helped me put my vows. My vows were so long when I originally wrote them. And he literally came in. Does what Lawyer Turner does, is arrange and put that stuff together like it's building blocks or something, Lego blocks or something.
Now when Lawyer when he helped you write your vows,
where we getting at?
Did he first of all did he cough first?
You finna leave my friend alone. I don't recall it.
That's my friend too.
I don't recall no coughing.
He didn't cough.
Nah.
Well, he should have coughed first because he got he got phlegm in his and I just need him to cough one good time. That way we can get that.
You're so childish.
Cause he fake raspy. He not really raspy like that. He fake raspy.
Leave him alone.
I like the raspiness because Lawyer has one of those voices that is 100% distinct,
authentic.
Like
you.
As a matter
of fact, shout out to Lawyer, man. He's getting ready
just
to
dropped his album.
Yeah,
or about to drop his album. Yep.
Yes, it's for pre-sale.
But Lawyer and Chan came in and just did what they do. You know, Chan is a Pastor Chan. Pastor Chan.
Oh, shut up!
Crazy on them keys.
He gonna be on the cast soon.
Yeah. Talk some good stuff with Pastor Chan now.
Shout out to Tyra Jones.
Hey, Tyra.
Thank you for pulling up. Tanisha Moore.
Hey, T baby. That's one of the jukeboxes.
Oh yeah.
She's one of the singers. She's one of the jukeboxes.
Thank you so much.
Bo, I got you.
Yeah, Bo. Hey.
No, he just sent me something.
Bo.
I got you. I don't even think I want to wait until the commercial.
Hey, Bo. Hey,
why he playing?
Why you playing?
Right. Wait. I'm gonna see if I can put it on the screen. Give me a second.
But that was quick.
That was quick. Hold, please. Let me see if I
Hold on, Bo. That was quick.
Look, y'all make me nervous. Hold on.
Nah, that was quick. I'm gonna wait till we put it on the screen.
Give me a second.
Don't wait till we put it on the screen. We gonna do this and we gotta take a break in a little bit, but.
Okay. Let's go to break and I'm gonna do it out. Bo, I'm gonna post it after break.
I don't want to show her yet.
No, I'm not gonna show her yet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure I can add it to the platform.
I got you.
Cause I'm saving it now and it's saving to my files.
Like, what's right now? Hey,
I ain't mad at it.
I'm not either.
You know.
I would take the logo.
You know, if Bo would ever respond to me when I ask him for his flyer business and all his good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Me and Bo could be in some real good business because I always need flyers. I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna just start making my own stuff. Canva it is.
Wow, you know that's crazy. So you be having the same issues that I with
you know
Bo. I be having with A-Reliever.
I've been trying to get Bo to make a flyer with me since I met Michelle.
Really?
And that had to have been 2020.
Oh, I got it.
We are in 2025.
I got it.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, put it on the screen.
Yes, I am confused. I don't know what's going on right now.
Hey, what y'all think about this?
Hold on 1 second. Let me make it big. What y'all think about this?
Well,
It's coming. It's coming.
Bo said, that's
It's my
crazy.
feet. I keep forgetting my feet are on camera.
Man.
All I see is my feet wiggling. And I'm not mad at it. Nigga, I'm not mad at that.
that's
That
all
is.
right.
That's all. You know what?
But Bo, you have to but he got to use the picture where you holding up your
the lipstick.
Yeah,
I got an up close one too.
No, we don't need the up close. We need the one like a far away.
I don't 90-minute beat. I don't know.
I don't know. That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's given a weekly a weekly thing.
Yeah.
Go live for 90 minutes, music and makeup.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. 90-minute beat.
If I had some nails, would
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, Bo, send it to me.
Hey.
Can you understand?
Look, let me give you another picture to use.
Yeah. I like
90-minute
that.
beat.
You know, on this on those pants that I had on, my friends gave me the hardest time for those pants. I got those pants from Amazon, and they talked about me so bad because of those. They was like, "Where you going, Flamingo?" I said, "Baby, them pants worked out like it needed to, though."
What is it with pants and our guests, man? Cause she got flack about the pants. Wayne got flack about the pants. Like,
No, Wayne. No. Wayne got flack for a good reason. He got flack for a good reason.
Bo said, "I made the MZA. Yeah, we can't talk about that right now, Bo.
I know what you made.
We can, we can't talk about that.
Shoot, boop, throw it away.
DFW Shed Sessions, we appreciate y'all so much for tuning in.
He said give him 45 seconds. I'm waiting on it, Bo.
Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. We've been having such a dope conversation with.
Ooh, I like this one. Sorry, we'll show it when we come back.
Hold on, did he?
He just sent that.
Another one.
Oh, now that's the one.
I told you the one. I told you.
That's the one.
I'm saving it now. Give me a moment. Well, I'll show it when we come back from the break.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It's good. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Send that to me.
Yeah.
He said.
Oh,
He said I could talk about whatever. All right. no, you can't because you got to go to work soon for $65. But anyway, so
Oh my gosh.
65.
DFW Shed
man
Sessions.
Childish.
DFW Shed Sessions, we appreciate y'all so much, man, for tuning in. We about to take a real short pause for the calls. Y'all don't go anywhere. Don't bust that nut just yet. We'll be right back.
All right, DFW Shed Sessions. We are back in
Oh
it.
my God. Wait.
What happened? Oh,
Sir. Yes, please.
got excited.
What up, husband? Shout out to husband
And come back and do my job.
in the building.
I actually thought it was going to happen when you put the backpack back there.
No, it's just giving clumsy. That's all.
That's me too. Go ahead, Lou. Sorry.
All right.
Come on, Pastor Taylor.
So, if y'all guys like to see more of this great entertainment, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, DFW Shed Sessions Podcast. Also, you guys can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at DFW Shed Sessions Podcast. So let's get to these. Oh, before we get to this, we also have another thing. Let's talk about this ad space. If you guys want to get some ads, what we got, Jay?
Listen, so a lot of y'all been asking, so we delivered, man. If you want to help us help you, we are now offering ad space. So if you got something you're trying to promote, whether it's your show, your business, anything like that, we got ad space right there on the screen. Look over that. Let us know which tier you're interested in. Get at us. You can holler at us on the DFW Shed Sessions page or individually, and we'll get you squared away. Y'all see the amount. Y'all see the tiers. Turn to your neighbor and say that ain't much.
It
ain't much.
at all.
That ain't much.
All right, man. So yeah, if you wanna help us help you, go ahead and dabble in that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So let's get to these social media plugs. Professor Melville, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on all social media platforms under Professor Mel Will. That is Professor Mel Will.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, my good brother J Ell Groove, where can we find you on social media, my good brother?
You can find me on Instagram, who is J Ell Groove, Facebook J Ell Groove. If you want to dabble in any one of my conglomerates, that's another Groove project. That's on Facebook and Instagram as well. You can also find me on TikTok, MySpace, Black Planet, and Pornhub.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sir.
That's how we rolling, man. Just,
Yeah.
That's not how we roll.
Okay.
That's crazy work.
Just
But it's work, nevertheless.
I can't. The
do
justification.
you have
The
any Diddy
justification for
special
sure.
going?
It's work.
I don't have any Diddy oil.
Why has Diddy
Content.
came up in this episode three times?
I don't have any Diddy.
'Cause
oil
why?
content.
Because
Hey, man.
Did I give Diddy vibes?
no, you didn't.
No.
Hey, man. We reaching out for the people, man.
Oh my god.
Reaching out for the people is hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's all we doing.
That's funny.
I cannot.
But yeah, if you want to get at me, that's where you can find me. I ain't hard to find.
Lou, where can we
Unless I
find?
want to be.
Okay. Lou, where can we find you?
So you guys can find me on TikTok, Lou Paul Beats, and also on IG under Lou Paul Beats. I also have music out on all streaming platforms under Lou Paul Beats. Some chill instrumental hip hop music. Just check it out and add to your playlist. So, Mrs.
That's right,
I have to get
We have
used
to
to
put
that
emphasis
sometimes.
on it, yeah.
Mrs.
E Melodi, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Queen Melody with an I 90. You can find the music on Apple Music and all digital platforms under E Melody. Facebook, you can find me at Ebony Perry, and then on TikTok, you can find me at E Melody. And that E Melody is spelled EMELODI.
Yeah. What about that website?
And the website for Etsy is www.etsy.com/daiciously blessed.
Yes.
Yeah, Daiciously Blessed is on Etsy.
Yes.
So while we're here, let's get into Daiciously Blessed.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, man. You decided that you want to take your tail and be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You want to be an entrepreneur. So so let's get into that, man, because one of the main reasons I love this is because you got a lot of artists and musicians, man. They don't know how to capitalize on on what they do. They don't know how to capitalize on their artistry. You took the time out to find something. You find your niche within what you do, and say, "Yo, I'm going to make this out of actual business." So talk about your business.
So with makeup and loving makeup, lippies are also a thing for me. I love a good lip gloss. I love a good lipstick, matte. Non-matte.
Were you that kid? Were you that kid that had to have all the lip glosses,
Absolutely.
the watermelon,
the roll-on lip glosses with the edible flavors? Absolutely. Watermelon, strawberry for sure, all the time.
My lip gloss is popping.
Yep, for sure.
That was you.
I seen one the other day, went inside the beauty supply, and I was just like, I have not seen it, and I almost copped one, but I'm on a strike of buying anybody else's products.
Have you seen Sexy Red's new lip gloss line?
I would never.
Yeah, but have you seen it?
No,
I
the
don't want
name
to.
says gonorrhea. Why would you even?
No, it's bad. I was so it's
Like I heard
bro,
she had them as the colors. Like I've seen them, but I haven't seen them. You know what I'm saying? Like scrolling,
like
type thing.
the name of the colors,
and she has them in the colors of the actual.
It's like
gonorrhea. I think it's like a greenish color, if I'm not mistaken, like a mint green type of color.
it's like a gonorrhea, booty hole, brown. It's bad.
Coochie
bro.
lips, something like that.
And it's like, really, dude? Like,
I would. So
You gonna get some?
I understood
It's
the
bad,
concept
bro.
and creativity behind it, because unfortunately it is a creativity behind her mindset of it, because she's unfortunately a sex symbol, right? And I feel like that's not who she is. I think that's because that's what the society caters to. And the more disgusting you are, it's almost like people kind of gravitate to that. You know what I'm saying? So while a half of us are saying, no, we don't like it, there's another half that's like, girl, I'm going to go buy that gonorrhea.
somebody
sure
gonna buy
is.
it. Somebody gonna buy it for sure.
And go wear it proudly. I would never, but to each his own.
What you got on that gonorrhea?
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to?
I'm good. I'm going.
Yeah.
So while she creating sex names, I'm creating affirmations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I created, I wanted something that catered to where I was at a point in my life.
So is that one? Is that coochie hair, or
I'm sorry?
what color is that? Is that coochie hair, or
This nigga. This is, I'm not. This is, I'm
one is
sophisticated.
I'm sophisticated coochie hair? Got you.
No.
Never. This is a new color. This is going to be my I Am Brave.
I
Okay.
love it. It's a nice color.
It's half empty, and that's okay, because this is my everyday. This is like I am life affirming. This is also new. This is I Am Pure. And then we got the red one that is I Am Strength. I have about 15 colors, because everything, with the exception of this one, everything comes in a gloss and a matte. This one only comes in the gloss which is part of the reason of why I called it I Am Life Affirming, because it affirms the look that you're going for.
That's a great segue, because I was just about to ask you: are you intentionally matching the name with the color?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I match them up biblically.
Okay.
So there's biblical scriptures that go with some of the names.
Okay.
And so what I did was, shout out to Honey Bang, shout out
So
to
the red is gonna be the blood of Jesus.
No, but it is I Am Strength.
The woman with the issue of blood.
The woman with the issue of blood. No. Idiot.
Now that's a sexy red gets saved.
No, but
That's funny.
you are so stupid.
This is his feet of clay.
But while you playing, when
This is alabaster box.
This is him of his
Oh
garment.
man, see the white one, that's purity. So we,
This is the lamb. This is the lamb.
This is called the cross. This is called Calvary.
y'all stupid.
Now you can only wear this for 3 days. After 3 days, it's gonna.
Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all
And
are so stupid.
then after those 3 days, you were the resurrection.
Because he died.
Because he died.
And he rose.
So you got to run this one on Pentecost Sunday.
Oh my God.
every time you hand it to him, you gotta do this. Just
That's
take it.
That's
funny.
anointing.
D. Anthony said nothing but the blood.
Nothing but the blood. Still work.
Get on my nerves.
So it's Sunday. That's what they getting.
Listen.
Palm Sunday. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
What was the question?
This one is Baptist fit.
Baptist fit is funny.
Name them after religions in a minute. I am
Listen.
Hebrew.
Right.
I am Catholic. What was the question? What did you ask me?
Nah, I was talking.
The
about,
names.
I was talking about the you associating the color with the name.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah.
And they come with scripture. Come back.
I am the blood of Jesus through me all the way. The blood of Jesus is crazy work. No, so I did attach biblical scriptures to them because I wanted to know, which is why it all kind of stems from when I released my album, my EP. I created an EP that were based off of colors because colors have emotions. And I feel like sometimes when our emotions is all kind of wacky, there's certain things that you can do to kind of maintain your emotion, right? So that's kind of where the affirmations stem from. I was at a point in my life where I really needed to speak to my life because the previous relationship that I was in drained me and took so much out of me. I needed my pick-me-upper. And so the EP, and then I was just like, man, everybody got these lip glosses and lipsticks out and they got these names and stuff like this, but what about if we did something different and we created an affirmation? You affirm who you are on a day-to-day basis. So if you wake up and you need to feel sophisticated, put on your I am sophisticated and cite your affirmations to yourself in the mirror when you're getting dressed. If you need your life affirming, if you need your I am strength, if you need those things, this is a segment for women to be able to take an opportunity to embrace that as they're getting ready, as they're going through their day, and if you just need that, that motivation, you could just pick up your color and I am whatever, So that's where the names came from.
Which one is your favorite?
So I have a purple one that is called I Am Ambitious.
I seen you wear that one.
That's probably my favorite one.
Now
it's a matte.
No, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Because I was going to ask you, so you just said it. It's a matte. Do you prep the lip before you put it on? So, like, I have a bad habit because I feel like my lips going to be crusty. I have a bad habit of putting, like, some kind of lip balm or something and then put a matte on top. It still go matte, but...
Does it? Because anytime you put anything under a matte, it's going to activate in some type of way to not be matte. Because matte is meant to be dry.
You know what you need?
So if it's not dry, that means you've added something to create it to be... Whoa, this conversation is going to turn if I say that. It's created to be shiny.
Shiny.
It's created to be shiny.
Yeah.
I made the mistake when I first did that. I had a blue color, and I added a gloss to it because it was too dry. And she told me, she was like, if you add anything to this, because these are vegan colors, vegan ingredients, if I add anything to the matte, it's going to make it shine. So it's going to rub off. It's going to bleed.
Your products are vegan.
They are vegan.
Ooh,
there's nothing in them.
I love it. I okay. I only asked that because I'm not reading Bo's comment.
I am.
I ignore.
What did he say?
Bo said make men fragrances. Bo said make men fragrances too. I can see myself wearing the I am somebody.
Yeah, D'Anthony, I think that's the word that she was trying to prevent from saying.
Wet.
Wet.
Make your lips wet.
That's why I was just like, nah, we're going to bypass that word.
He said not shiny.
Wet.
Just wet.
She said it in all caps too. That's hilarious.
Oh man.
No,
that's why I didn't say it though.
That's been so. You don't have to tell me what you think about the brand, but until I saw the pigmentations of your lippies, a go-to would be crayon case.
I've never tried crayon case.
Really?
I've never ever. The only two lipsticks that honestly I've ever worn, Ruby was a girl for me. Ruby Woo will always be the fallback go-to.
Ruby Miller.
No, Ruby Woo.
I
can't wear.
I promise.
I can't wear my homie.
I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be funny.
She's talking about a brand.
Talk about a friend.
Pay attention.
Whoa.
Like,
You talking about for what?
no.
We're talking about lipstick.
Right.
Well, no, because Ruby Miller, she wears like the flamboyant colors and stuff like that, and she's done like
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not.
We're talking about ingredients.
Right.
Let me stay out grown folk business.
Thank
bro.
you. Go ahead. What was you said the two what?
So I've always been a MAC girl. I grew up on MAC. That's what my mom still wears to this day. So I grew up wearing nothing but MAC. So all of MAC lipsticks were, in my previous collections, and Maybelline. So those were the two that,
Maybe it's not
I like. But
born
I've never
within.
tried Crayon Case. I can't even judge it, to be honest with you.
Okay. So
Maybe it's not born within. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybelline.
Go ahead. I just wanted to know about the whole matte thing and something underneath or whatever. Well, so
I wouldn't put anything under it. I would say that if you are going to prep your lips with a nice lip balm, but then wipe it off when it's time for you to put the lipstick on.
Okay. I will try that tomorrow.
That's me, because my matte, I won't lie, my mattes get dry. My matte will stay on. We done went out to eat.
You know what else can help the dryness?
No.
Callete.
Right.
We done went out to eat. We done been out to eat, and then I done ate, and I just refreshing just a few minutes ago, and all I did was add it.
Yeah. Okay, so last question. Sorry, y'all. But some of the women probably want to know this.
For sure.
Well, hey, you said that, and both said my girlfriend said it's fire. I don't know what that means. I guess it's
The
fire.
maddest fire
Or the
I'm a Mary Kay, Auntie Linda, gay. What?
Guy.
I told you I can't see. I got my cousins, but I cannot
I'm
see.
a Mary Kay, Avon kind of guy.
Avon, I said auntie.
Avon kind of guy. No, so my question is, okay, so for us girls who desire to wear lippies and matte looks, and our lips still look moisturized or plump, because I think there's such a thing where you can do different like lip mask or something like that. Like how do you do your lips?
I only exfoliate my lips.
What
I
do
don't
you
do no
use to-
plumps, no nothing.
What do you use to exfoliate them?
Ooh.
Sugar scrub, coffee scrub.
I use sugar scrub. So like
I
use the Dove. No, I use the Dove sugar scrub, pretty much all over my body. I use
Sorry, Jay.
Y'all go.
But that's me though. I use sugar scrubs for the most part. So the scrub that I use for my body, I kind of use it for my lips. Or I use whenever I do the facial scrubs. So what's that brand? I'll have to send you a picture of it, because there's
Does
a
it
brand
start with
that
a T?
I think it starts with a D.
No. We moving on because you can't.
No, y'all go ahead.
Oh yeah, the crayon case. Yeah, he was saying that his girlfriend said the crayon case is fire. If I
I'm gonna have to try it.
No, and the reason why I brought that up, one is by a black woman, but two, when I look at your pigmentations, her brand is the only brand I can say that I have seen prior to everybody else coming out with it. But your brand is the only brand I have seen that's actually like very pink. I looked at all of the pictures when you did your tea party. I looked at all the pictures that you did for the prep
that you
work.
didn't come to. But
I had stuff.
No, I'm just
I'm
playing.
sorry.
Now facts the Anthony.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Funny.
He said it feel like the view. Okay. I'm wrapping up. But I listen. You knew it was gonna be a part of it. You knew it was.
I knew it already. I knew it. That's why. Y'all go ahead.
But the pictures like literally brought out the pigmentation on everybody who had it on. Like,
yeah,
I really loved it.
Thank you first and foremost. Thank you. My
It's been a minute.
And I still want to patronize.
My vendor is black owned as well.
It's
Really?
been a minute since OKC went to the.
I can't. They're talking about basketball now.
Yeah.
But
man.
my vendor, she's actually black owned
Celtics
and here
out of
as
there.
well.
Here.
She's here.
So you don't have to worry about no tariffs. Come on now.
She might have to worry about it, which might hit me, but no.
Okay. Y'all, people need to know about this. This is a black owned makeup line.
That's vegan.
That's listen, that's
I ain't
vegan.
mad at it.
Okay, y'all can go on.
You won't get canceled.
Did you get it all out?
Oh, I still got questions, but I'm gonna hold my mule.
You got one more. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is
This
it-
is not about your lippies, but this is about your other makeup routine.
Bra-
What is
Braziers?
no?
Oh, okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
Shut up. What's
No-
your go to?
no thanks,
What's your
D'Anthony.
go to? What's your
good.
go to setting
I'm
spray?
good, D'Anthony.
Excuse me.
D'Anthony said, "Lou, try some on."
I'm good. I pass.
Oh,
He said put on the
you
ruby
should
red.
No, don't put on the ruby red.
I
on him.
would.
Now unless
Fuck
it's
it.
the blood of Jesus. Only if it's the blood of Jesus.
The aggressiveness of that comment. He had the hands and everything. The
Blood of Jesus. Hey,
I would.
You would put some on?
I do.
You do it right
you put
now.
some lipstick on?
Yeah.
You do it right
I
now.
just know you lying, bro.
Nah, it can't be the red though. It have to.
You do it right now. Do it.
Give me.
And it's
Give
matte,
that-
so it's
give
not
me that
gonna
white
eat.
stuff.
Give me. Nah, you just fucked it up for everybody else. Nah,
Here, go get the face.
never mind. Moving on to these segments.
Nah.
Wait. My
Here,
question.
Oh man.
My question. What's your go-to?
I do it. Well, I ain't gonna do it to the end. I do it at the end of the interview.
Okay. What's your on camera?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do it.
Y'all stay tuned to see Jay with some matte lips, the lippies.
Some brown matte lips at that.
I
Right.
gotta have the blood of Jesus.
What's your go-to setting spray that gives you a matte look?
Setting spray that gives me a matte look. I like.
Bo
Let me
said,
look up this name.
Bo said, "Do it right now."
Let me give you the name.
Shay said
of
since you
this.
said it was your go. What does vegan lipstick smell like? Is this animal?
Nothing.
Is this animal tested?
It's vegan.
D'Anthony said he gonna cash app whoever put it on. Can you send that to DFW?
No.
So I like Morphe's in the gold can setting spray, but I also like one size for
One
a finish.
size types.
$50. D'Anthony. $50.
One
That
size.
one-
That's the one in the pink can, right?
$50. I'll do it right
The
now.
which one? The one size. Mhm.
Yeah, I tried that once. It's just so doggone expensive.
That's why I always get the mini.
We gotta hear the
True
ching
to-
ching on
And then
on
airbrush.
Cash App.
Airbrush.
Sherry
You gotta
Tilly's
send it first.
Tilbury. Sorry,
I might have
Charlotte Tilbury's. Airbrush Flawless. I use depending on the day, depending on what I got going on, would determine the type of setting spray. But the Flawless, the Airbrush Flawless is always that one and Morphe are my two go-tos.
I'm gonna have to get those pictures. I'm gonna go and get cop those for myself.
Just come to the house and get your makeup done. That's all.
Nice plug, yes ma'am.
Just come.
Uh-huh.
Just come to the.
Just come to the house and get my makeup done. Yes ma'am.
And actually, I want to practice on darker skin tone complexions because I
Really?
think the
I be
almost
scared.
average, almost every average makeup artist probably deals with somebody that is fair skinned in my color. I've seen a lot of dark skinned women get their makeup done and the concealers not match how they need to,
Right.
or whatever. And that's something, color correcting is something that I really want to perfect in my craft because I see it so much, and it makes me. Anytime you see something so much, it makes you want to do something different and better. And I think when I look at a bunch, he'll tell you I'm obsessed. Makeup videos and stuff like that, I'm obsessed with them. So when I see people doing the makeup, and I be like, why she use that color? No. Or when I see other people doing it themselves, and I be like, you know, I like them.
I just seen a couple women. They face be like reddish looking, and
Body just as yellow.
it's. I'm like, oh, that doesn't matter.
Them undertones will get you.
Did you put it on, Jay?
I did not. I don't know what I'm doing.
You look like you got so much pressure on.
I will though. Soon as D'Anthony send that cash up, put my cash up in the
I cannot.
comment.
In the comments.
Yeah.
You gotta hear that ching ching, that ching, that Cash App ching.
They don't do
They don't do that to you.
We got some recurring segments that we do every episode. We just want to deep dive and get to know our guests a little bit more. Since we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and ask. We call this one. First of all, before we do that, we call this one Top 5.
He better go down this scale.
Listen.
We call this one top 5. I want to know.
He said he sent it to Lou.
He sent to Lou. Lou, what you got?
Let's see here.
Now we pause to see.
Everybody. The whole arm just went.
Right. Just went straight to Lou to see.
Oh, he's in $1. He said $1.
I know, fam.
Anthony said that like he was going to send some real money. That boy sent $1. 4 quarters.
You just took up 5 minutes of my time. Top 5. With you being in the movie industry, you being in the entertainment industry, singing, stuff like that. What are your top 5 movie soundtracks?
Top 5 movie soundtracks.
They don't have to be in any order.
Dreamgirls.
All right.
What's that movie? Color Purple.
Okay. The new one or old one?
New one.
Okay.
Coming to America. The second one. Shout out to Bobby Sessions.
Okay.
Young legend. Ooh. What did he say?
Read it.
And that's why.
Read
And that's
it.
why.
What did he say?
No, I ain't reading that. Just
Read
like,
it, Lou.
just like you said, you ain't reading that.
Lou, read it.
$1 for Eric Cross dressing ass.
Nah.
Oh man.
I'm at. Okay, D'Anthony. You lost 3 pounds, and now you feel like you want to talk shit. You really gotta stop. You really gotta stop. I bet you got a steak sandwich in your car right now.
I cannot.
You really gotta stop.
You got 2 more, Mama.
Lion King.
Which one?
I'm gonna say the original one because
Thank you.
Beyonce did just a little bit too much. For
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you.
Sometimes less is more.
That run on "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" irked me.
I'm a sucker for originality, so I like the original version
I didn't like
of
that version.
Lion King.
No, Nala didn't do that.
Nala didn't do it.
What's my last one? Ooh, what is my last one? I don't even think I have a 5th one.
Some with some good sound. I'm assuming.
Would you say something with some good sound?
That's funny. You got one more.
What I say? Dreamgirls, Coming to America. Life.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably because of the song Life.
Right.
It's being said that R. Kelly wrote that song Life.
I can see it and I can hear it.
Did not know that.
No, what I should have said was Trapped in the Closet. Matter of fact, we're going to go with Trapped in the Closet for the last one. Sure did.
It is a movie.
It's a whole series.
No, it's an urban opera.
Whatever you want to call it.
That's what he called it.
He made it a thing, and it really wasn't. I used to know literally every song on Trapped in the Closet.
Like all 22?
All 22.
Really?
I was an R. Kelly fan.
It had
Before I knew he pissed on
it had
people.
plot. It had
It had a whole
comedy.
storyline.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
No, just keep it to yourself.
Good.
Just go on and hold us. Just go on and hold us.
I ain't gonna hold you. As an artist,
Bo said, somebody done done me wrong. Done me wrong.
It's out in the closet.
I ain't gonna hold you. As an artist, I'm still bumping R. Kelly, man.
I mean, me too. I done heard some artists start putting his songs back in their set list and stuff. Dre Lindsay is good for that. I don't see nothing wrong. All right, Dre.
I used to have a joke. Because so when Funk Your Feelings would do a set somewhere, I'll sneak like Step in the Name of Love in there or something like that. I'll sneak that in there, and I see people dancing, but then like get
real tense when you.
And I'll be like ooh, and I'll be like, no, if you old enough to cross the street, you old enough to get hit.
But you know what's crazy? I added Step in the Name of Love is actually in one of my medleys that I do after I do Tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I tagged it onto that. Yeah. And you know, people they haven't really gave me no pushback with it. You know, people when I start singing it, they'll kind of pause and look, and they'll just get back to stepping. Y'all have fun. Like what that man done did at this point.
Yeah.
He was doing this when y'all were younger.
Bo said Trapped in the Closet deserved a daytime Emmy. Why you playing?
No, facts.
It deserves something.
Cause R. Kelly is a genius. His pen is amazing. Ain't nobody, no matter what that man did in his personal life, you can never take away that man's artistry.
Yeah. Right.
He done did a lot for the community.
Never mind how he released them, had everybody looking for it on YouTube and stuff.
I mean, he had everybody's attention.
Man.
And honestly, if he was to ever come back out, I can guarantee he would still have a nice amount of followers.
Oh, well, I mean, people went crazy over he just released his version
Something in the jail cell, didn't he?
No, he just released his
So you know how everybody was doing
Chris Brown
challenge?
He did that. Yep.
Yeah.
He did the residual challenge.
Yeah, his was called residual because, you know, people been stealing, which don't surprise me. My thing about that is I just don't feel like he should have been the only one that
I feel like there's
it's a whole conglomerate.
Man,
it's all of them.
It's
Man,
other people that
They
was
all helped groom. The only difference is he was crazy enough to release him pissing on somebody.
Yeah.
That's where his biggest downfall came. Now, do I agree with it? Absolutely not. But I will say
you don't agree with the pissing or the age?
I don't with the age.
Oh, okay.
But I will say, as somebody who did as a young person, I almost gave you the middle finger. Oh my God. I had to hide my head.
Well,
Gave him the middle finger.
You gotta catch them boy real.
As somebody who used to lie about their age, though, like as a young female who used to lie about their age to older guys, the amount of little girls who were doing that, I can only imagine. Now, yes, a grown man should be wise enough to ask certain questions. This is and the third. Whatever he did, it was what he did. But there are young girls, including myself, who at one point was lying about their age to talk to older guys. So I don't have too much to say about that because
Bo said
Bo just spoke some.
Bo said people be mad because they feel like they need to be. He said, whole time y'all got a drunk uncle that they still have at the cookouts.
Yeah.
But
Y'all
I gotta
keep
leave
letting them
Kels. Nah, I'm good.
they got the pastor raping little kids and all of this. So it's like there's so much that goes on, and then it speaks volume to the parenting as well because the parents is who let them little girls go. They seen that money. They wanted that money, so they went and let that stuff happen. I'm sorry to say it. You know, shoot me later, whatever. But
I know how to hog time, people. Why would I hog time?
I don't even know how to hog time.
I know how to hog time, people. That whole interview, out of everything he said, that's the only thing that I believe. Because he was for real. I don't know how to hog time, people. I don't know how to hog time. Oh, my God.
And I feel like some people may have even exaggerated. Made it sound worse than what it was.
Man, those interviews at that time from the
let's just be real.
Now, because money will make people do a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Money will make you as a parent put your kid in a compromising position.
And a lot of them put their kids in uncompromising positions.
Just so we can try to hit this league.
Britney Spears, world turned upside down. My girl is wearing little baby girl panties on live feeds. Like, that's insane. Whatever they did to Britney Spears when she was coming up, it lost her mind.
And these praise dances that she's doing is
lost
crazy.
her. Justin lost his mind.
Dude.
So, I digress. Go ahead.
They need Diddy oil.
No, and if you
They don't need
They don't need Diddy oil.
I mean anointed oil.
That's part of the oil. That's part of the oil, okay?
I'm sorry, I mean anointed oil, not Diddy oil. See, it's screwing my mind up now.
Now I'm confused. See what you did, R. Kelly. All because of R. Kelly. Oh man, shout out to R. Kelly, bro.
Shout out to R. Kelly.
Shout out to R. Kelly.
I'm a fan of Trapped in the Closet.
Hey, listen. R. Kelly, if y'all just so happen to see this and your people, if you want to do an interview on DFW Shed Sessions, I'm with it. I will do it. I will do a R. Kelly interview from the cell.
Man, bro, that would be something.
Would you? Well, hold on, wait, because I will have to get the consent of my co-owners. With Professor Mel, would you?
A no. It took too long.
We got to talk about it later.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I would.
That would definitely be an intense interview for sure.
It would be a good interview, but you also got to think about
your followers.
Exactly.
Your
like
followers.
Listen.
1,000% guarantee everybody will.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be surprised though. You'll be surprised that are 100% against it. You'll be surprised of how many followers that you may lose because of
y'all
you know
gotta
it.
stop it.
No, but us being
they will watch it
Listen.
just to be nosy.
Listen, yeah, the views will go through the roof, but the
What happens
followers
after that?
right, the followers will not stay.
I want to tell you something.
And you got and listen, by
Ain't
us
nothing
being
worse than Kanye West and the doggone Klan's outfit he had on. I think that's R. Kelly.
That man is crazy.
You at the very beginning of our tenure, you asked, and we got to move on because we just got totally sidetracked. But you
said trapped in the closet through everything off. I'm sorry.
But you asked like a really legit question, like for all the musicians, like, yo, he get out, he need cats to play. Would y'all play for him?
Me, no.
what?
No.
You wouldn't play for him?
Why not?
R. Kelly, no, I would not play for him because it goes to the mindset of the things that happen in regards of things that took place within him and underage ladies or girls or however you want to put it. And I would think if I had a daughter in some case I wouldn't want that to happen to her. So I think if that's somebody's daughter, you know what I mean? So like they say, all money ain't good money.
I'm a firm believer there as well.
So that's my take on it.
Would you, Jay?
God damn it.
I knew you was gonna. Yeah, you gotta answer it too. Would you?
All money ain't good money.
And all money,
That's your-
all exposure isn't good exposure either.
That's your-
That part
and
too.
And all exposure ain't a good.
That's your answer, Jay.
Yeah, also go within whatever your brand is. If you have a certain brand and you're trying to protect your brand,
Absolutely.
That could put the heavy part. That made me think about even Chris at Michelle when she did that performance with Trump,
that shit went.
and it
didn't do that for Snoop though.
Yeah, which is interesting.
But
Well,
that's
it
because
depends.
That's because Snoop is also on the other side. Snoop had Martha Stewart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He was already in the pool.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So Snoop crossed over a long time ago.
Exactly.
Which is fine, but it wasn't fine when you backtrack what you said prior to him getting this second term.
This is a conversation for another day.
Listen.
My bad. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, the first time Trump came over, Snoop was all against it. Then this time,
Right,
this
that's what
time
I'm
through,
saying.
now
I think
he-
that's what hurt Snoop the most.
He didn't do it. So really, he didn't do it for Trump. He got hired. He got hired by somebody else who was with Trump. Now, granted, he knew what he was doing.
Right, it still hurt.
But it's like it's business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know.
Yep.
What?
And honestly, we say these things, but I'm a firm believer, especially with the life that I've lived. You really will never be able to say what you will do or won't do until you're literally faced with the obstacles in front of you.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, it can be him coming in this room and saying, "Hey, you guys, I want to do an interview. I need to get whatever I need to get out." You know, you have a decision to make in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And it can literally make or break you. You don't really know what you're going to do until you have that question posed to you.
Because it's like if R. Kelly come in here and say, "Yo, I got a 10-day tour for $20K."
So are you gonna do it or no? All good money ain't good money. That's what you just said.
All I said was all money ain't good money. That's all I said.
Talking about it'll be something I have to think about. You have to let me sleep on that.
That's why I got to pray about it.
Cause can I ask what I want to ask? Like I got questions of what's gonna happen, but
and then it's like
if I go in anonymously, wear a mask.
You get to wear Kanye mask. You'll do it. Oh, okay.
And my name is not on
there. You ain't got no morals. You ain't got no morals then, Lou. You ain't got no real morals. If you'll do it and still wear a mask, you ain't got no real morals, Lou.
No, I wouldn't do it. That was a joke.
$20K. $20K for 10 days.
I feel like they're selling your soul for the devil though too.
You little demon.
Cause let's be real, $20K ain't nothing.
It really ain't.
That money goes so fast.
$20K will be gone within the snap of a finger. By the time you pay debt, about 20K is gone.
If you don't know how to move money.
Yeah,
this is true.
Unless
you know how to flip money and make 20K into 40K or 40K into 80K. I mean,
do that.
20K ain't nothing.
I can do that. I just need 20K.
Okay.
But our money ain't good money. Moving on, we got another. Hold on, wait. Nah, I gotta say this. What did Cause Bo is interacting. We got to shout out to the interactors in the building. Bo said, "Man, if y'all get killed."
Which one you reading?
I'm both of them.
No, not that second one.
Okay, you can read.
No, I'm not reading. Nobody's reading that second.
Okay, you read the first one then.
No, I already read one of his. You can read it.
Okay.
Man, and it sucks because I can't even see.
Bo said, "Man, if y'all get kills, they not gonna leave y'all alone. Them Negroes still gonna hit the page looking for gigs. Y'all good,
right?
Absolutely.
Childish.
But is it?
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. He's so childish though, but he ain't lying.
Somebody else, somebody take it.
Yeah,
somebody be quick to sell they soul like that.
And then I read the second one. I don't care because I'm about to put some lipstick on, so I don't care at this point. Bo said, so you gonna miss money because them girls' parents was trash. They got their check, so go get yours.
This nigga's stupid.
Yes, he is.
So in the segments, this next segment is called Playing in the Wrong Key. Miss E. Melodi. Within the industry, what is playing in the wrong key for you?
Oh, you gotta tell me what that is again.
So this is like what's within the industry. What grinds your gears? What's your pet peeves? Stuff like that. So what?
Right?
You only get one.
That's one.
What is playing in the wrong key for E Melodi?
A loud drummer.
I know exactly who you talking about too.
You talking about Jay?
No,
not at all.
First of all, did you snort?
She did.
It wasn't.
That tickled me. Yes, it did.
That just tickled your little twat, did it? Gee.
Yeah, a loud drummer is something I will never like. Like, it grinds my gears. It pisses me off. Let's be real. It pisses me off. Mm-hmm. So yeah, loud drummers are. I feel like you have the loudest instrument, right? Yeah. You have the loudest instrument, and I feel like you control your instrument.
They do.
A keyboard can control his key playing. A bass player can control how they play the bass. When you're on drums, You have the loudest instrument. It's your job to control your volume. Because if you're reading the room, if you're listening to the acoustics, you know that you're too loud. If you bouncing literally off every thing in the room, you're loud. If they can't hear the person that they're coming to hear for, I need musicians to understand. They're not coming to see the musicians.
Ain't nobody coming to see you artists?
No.
They're not putting yourself on the flyer to make yourself look good. They're not coming to see you.
Oh,
They're not coming to see. They're coming to see the entertainer. The entertainer
Come
is
see me
9
play
times
drums.
out of 10.
even if you're playing in the key of M, they don't.
Come see me play
They don't
drums.
care
tonight
about
with
that
my
key.
baby.
That ain't even a real key.
Come see me.
key of-
Come see me play. Come see me. Come see me play
That
drums.
ain't even a real key.
Oh my God. They're not coming for you. They're coming for the person that's in the front. Unless this is a situation where it is an instrumental band or something like that. You're going to Jazz Cafe or something like that and then there's no vocalist. But for the most part, they're coming to see the person or people that are singing. So why are you so loud? Why are you standing out more than the person that's doing the work? Like, if musicians practice their craft as far as
People like
playing
that need
wise,
electric key.
because being loud with an electric kick is crazy. You have a whole knob that you can
I'm
turn
saying
down.
people that's loud like that need electric kick, so you can just turn them down.
And I'm not even a big fan of electric drum set. 'Cause
Neither
I
am
like the
Neither am
feeling
I.
of what a
Neither am
real
I.
drum set is or whatever or not. But you have to know how to work that drum set. Just because you know how to play drums don't mean you know how to play drums. So when the mass majority of drummers that I've ever came across, they are loud. They're so loud. And I just have to look at them and be like, why are you so loud? Can you come down just
Have
Like-
you ever during one of your sets?
all the time?
Okay.
She ain't even finished.
All the time. Like, it's a never ending cycle. I could probably say him and maybe one or two other drummers that I've ever played with that wasn't like loud.
Jay not loud?
No, Jay is actually not loud. He actually controls the volume with his feet and with his hands because
Talk to him.
that's a craft that you have
Talk
to
to him.
practice.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
He only said that because you said him.
I mean,
to him.
what I experienced coming from him playing an electric drum set, that was a fear. By all means, it's always a fear. But when he actually started playing, even my ladies was just like, "Oh, I like him."
Wait, you're playing an electric
At
drum?
church,
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
They have electric.
Really?
Well, because the
You don't have to get into specifics. I'm just shocked.
Well, I mean that's the job.
Okay.
yeah. So I would say
That's
drums are
I feel that.
Yeah.
All right.
that's my pet peeve. Like, control your foot.
That's playing in the wrong key for you.
Control your foot.
Okay. My foot.
Your kick bass should not be louder than me. I have a deep bass. So if you louder than me, then you loud.
All right, bro. So
All right, bro. That's wild.
so we call this next one. We call this next one Gig Tales. So good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. What's that one gig story you can talk about?
So I played I've sung with a few different bands.
I've heard this one.
I've sung with a few different bands, and there was one particular person that I was singing for, and it was, I'm not gonna name the names of people that was in the band with me. I'll just say there was another known artist that does more corporate gigs or whatnot. So we were at this gig, and I understood that I was supposed to.
Bo said drums are the middle children of musicians.
Facts.
No.
Because the middle children are always the worst.
I will not. But go ahead.
I always want to be seen and heard.
Facts.
Because they feel like they get lost.
Facts. Because they're the
Honey,
middle
we see
child.
and we hear you.
First of all,
So we was at this wedding, and I was told when I got there that I was going to have to host at the same time. And it wasn't the hosting. I'm not a last minute person, right? So if I'm coming to do a job, I'm coming to do the job that I'm getting paid to do, not the extra stuff.
That's the question.
Where's the host money at? Because I need the host plus singing, because this ain't my job.
Those are two different
things that you want me to do. And I feel like if you're having a wedding, you have a wedding planner or somebody in the spot of a wedding planner, wedding coordinator, whatever the case may be, that is supposed to host your actual wedding party situation for your reception. Well, they didn't have this. They had a wedding planner, but she, whoever was not willing to do their job. So it was put on me, right, to do it. They gave us a list of songs, and I guess them two didn't get the understanding. The groom and the drummer, we'll call it, the drummer didn't get the full understanding of what songs, particular the mother and the son song of what they were supposed to, the special dance song, right? So they done came out. I've introduced who I need to introduce or whatever. But then when it gets to the mom and the son dance, it was supposed to be, I don't know what mother and son song it was, but I thought it was the K. Michelle, Sons Don't Cry, Mothers Don't Cry, whatever her song is that's dedicated to children and her son. And so I thought it was that. It was a supposedly another song, but the groom was so angry. Like, he was so angry the entire time. The way he interacted with us the entire evening, it wasn't just him. It was like he was interacting with the whole band like this, to the point where my old band leader had to kind of step in and be like, hey, bro, like, we just following directives of what was given to us. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? And so as time go on, we doing everything. The groom comes over there. He starts talking. He's now talking rough to not only me. He's talking rough to the drummer who's in charge. He's talking rough to this person. I mean, he's just talking reckless. And so I'm just sitting here like, nigga, I ain't got to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you should have had your coordinator doing all of this stuff. When you hire a band for your event, your band is your entertainment. That's all we're paid to do. All this extra stuff, we're not even paid. And I had to fuss at the person that hired me, because I'm like, bro, don't ever take a gig, especially when you know that you're not the person that can handle that, and you're putting it on your singers. Don't ever take a gig and then expect me to just abide by what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to ask for my money.
Right.
Because this outside of the job that I was hired to do, I came to entertain them with singing, not host their actual party. Right. So when it was all said and done, by the time it was all said and done, we done went outside, and he always carries or whatever, whatnot. So was D'Anthony on this gig? I can't even remember. D'Anthony, if he was on this gig, let me know, because you know who I'm talking about. And so we go outside or whatever, when out the groom and some of his posse come out. You know what I'm saying? And he out here talking reckless to the drummer or whatever, whatnot. And they about to squab outside.
Man.
The drummer and the groom is about to squab outside because the groom is upset that the drummer, I guess, got some of the music wrong. But the music was sent from him directly. So if you gave the wrong music, that's your fault. That don't even fall back on him. Yeah. But the understanding that contract-wise, that should have been in contract. Yeah. So here I am trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho or whatever, and not trying to break up the fight, and this is that and the third, and he just like, this ain't got nothing to do with. I was like, it has everything to do with me. Like, this is my work person, and like, we ain't even got, you supposed to be in here enjoying your wife. You worrying about the wrong thing in the first place. Because guess what? In any case, anybody will tell you there's so many things that can go wrong when it comes down to weddings. For sure. So that was probably the worst uncomfortable gig, because we outside about to fight the groom on his wedding day.
And I just know this is pre-husband, because I just really feel like,
matter of fact, I was ending it with that person right that same day. I told him, I said, hey, I have this gig with this person, and unfortunately, I have to go to this because I had already committed to it, blah, 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 blah. I said, but I'm ending things. So we're going to go here, and I'm going to lay out whatever. And that entire night, I mean, he tried to get me to, whatever, but I stood my ground.
I know this is pre-husband.
This is definitely pre-husband.
Because I met your husband, and I just feel like he wouldn't have been for
Oh, absolutely not.
Zero of that.
Absolutely.
Because he a nice guy. He nice. But
Piss Jamal off if you want to.
yeah, but I don't.
Yeah. We both
Yeah.
cancers. He's the calm version of me, but if you get him where he needs to be,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you'll
I
catch
feel
it
that.
too.
Oh, he probably military.
And
So all
try it if you want to.
all of
Try
that,
Jesus.
all of that basic.
Don't try him.
Yeah, yeah.
And then one thing about us is, if anything was to happen, his rider is coming right behind him. He'll never have to fight a battle by himself.
Every military person got a.
He ain't never got to worry about it by himself. Because I promise, little mama gonna go in there and throw some bowls, okay?
Every military person got.
But no, that was literally the craziest gig that I had ever been on. I've been on some crazy gigs,
Where the
especially
band-
with that said person.
Where the band got to fight the wedding party.
When you gotta fight the wedding party, when the guns are about to be drawn,
That's wild.
like when the guns are about to come out and they're
Lou,
about
was
to
you
come
at
out
this
hot.
gig?
No, I wasn't.
You wasn't
Surprisingly,
But I was not at this gig, but I definitely
know about it?
Got to know about it. I think I literally found out about it probably the next day or the next week.
it was just it was literally a crazy thing. I had never experienced anything. And I done been on some crazy gigs. I done been on some gigs where, you're trying to have a conversation and a singer getting into it with somebody that stutters real bad and can't, can't get his words out quick enough to keep up with the person. Like, I done been on some crazy gigs and I just be like, man,
Haven't we all?
I just that's why at this point in the industry, I'm a sing and go home type of person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, socializing with people in the industry these days, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. Cause I don't like people. I'm like you, Jay, sometimes. I don't like people.
I feel that.
You gonna put the lipstick on?
He thought we forgot.
Did it?
No, I did not. No.
Did it?
No. This thing. I have a couple more important questions to ask, and y'all not gonna take me seriously
Oh shit.
with this
With
shit.
this brown lipstick on your
With this
okay.
shit.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I would take you very serious.
What?
He gonna look real
I'm
sophisticated.
just waiting to see how that's gonna look after your last words. But anyway, you probably didn't even think about that.
Now he still got to put
I
it
did
on.
not think about that.
He still got to put it on. He still got to
I
put it
didn't
on.
think about that, Lou.
Come on, put it on, bruh.
Still got to put it on.
Yeah, you set yourself up for
Yeah.
You run
what
across
doozy.
you run across a younger version of yourself, trying to figure out life, trying to get into the game, whatever. What does a today's version of Melodi, what advice does she give a young Ebony?
Don't go boy crazy and stay the course. I feel like me having the void of having daddy issues created a void so big that allowed me to be in situations that I didn't actually have to be in. If I would have channeled my daddy issues in a different way that didn't involve men, I feel like I would be further off in a lot of different areas. Just mentally, I would have been different. And then staying the course just kind of goes with, sometimes I have the tendency where I'll start something and then I'll stop if I feel like it's not going in the direction that I feel like it should go. So stay the course. If I start something, I have to make sure that I'm finishing it out. And being quiet about it so it's not an embarrassment at the end of the day because I didn't finish. So I think those are the two things that I would tell the younger version of me. If I had to do all of this over again, I would have thought really long. I wouldn't have geared into going to college so quickly. I would have made sure I knew what I was supposed to go to school for. And then I would have made sure that when I went down to school, I had a plan. I didn't have fully a plan. I knew what I was going to study, but
Most
then
college people don't.
But most people can at least find it.
Yeah.
You know, they at least find what it is that they wanted to. It took me so much time and so much debt to figure out I'm not going to do any of that I just wasted all this money on, and I'm now here.
I feel that.
You know, so
Chris Brenner, what up?
I would tell myself to really stay the course, keep doing what my mind literally is telling me to do and what my heart is literally telling me to do versus the complete opposite. You know, it's kind of like that good angel, bad angel, and for whatever reason, that bad angel had a real loud mouth.
Yeah.
And I geared more towards the loud mouth than the soft mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sound man turned that one.
I mean, it was loud and strong just in that ear, and I wish that I was emotionally stable in those younger days to be able to know what that looked like in order for me to, pivot and make different decisions.
Knowing who you were back then, with you giving younger version of yourself that advice, knowing who you were back then, what would their response be to that advice?
What would their response be to the advice
that you just gave?
That I just gave?
That you just gave them. You don't know me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did somebody's prom makeup. I'm using this because I think it would answer the question.
Yeah.
I did somebody's prom makeup who was also going to the school that I went to. And the advice that I gave her was more so that make sure you know who you're around. Mm-hmm. And make sure who you're around are good people. Mm-hmm. And make sure that if you get a cup and, cover it up, like being mindful of the things that are going on around you. So I feel like if I was mentoring myself back then, I would take that advice for face value. Mm-hmm. I would take it for exactly what it is. Stay the course. That'll be embedded in my brain. Stay the course.
Yeah.
If I started, complete it. You know what you want to do, go ahead and do it. So
cool.
I would think that they would take it for what it is.
Melodi, we told you that we were interviewing you today, and we did not lie. That is what we were here to do. However, that is not the only reason we were here to talk to you today. We wanted to take a second to give you your flowers. Now, we don't have the budget to give you actual flowers.
Dang. No, just
we don't have the budget to give you extra flowers. Nor do we have the budget to give you fake ones. However, we wanted to take a second to give you flowers. Speaking from personal experience and working with you these past
3 years.
Mm-hmm. Has it been 3 years?
It has.
2, 3 years.
Really?
2022. You came right
Jesus
a little bit
Christ.
after.
Yeah.
It'll be 3 years in August.
Working with you, first of all, you've turned into a family member of mine. I tell people when it comes, and I've told people this before, when it comes to my relationship with Ebony, I feel like we were those siblings that took baths together when we was young. Because the things that we can talk about,
no facts.
the things that we can talk about, and the no judgment, the listening, and that's the personal side. The person that you are and the person that you have become a literal family member of mine. The people who know me know I don't take the word friend, family, love.
Facts.
I don't use those words loosely as other people do.
Oh, that's my sis. That's my bro.
Yeah, nah. Everybody, I don't love bear. I genuinely love you. And not only that, the person who you've chose to be your partner, the fact that you trust that person, the fact that you love that person, I feel the same way just based off the fact that you do. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the personal shit. That's the, whatever. Cool. On a professional level, working with you, and I told you this a while ago, and I meant it. Listen, Listen.
Y'all knew what we dealt with on a weekly basis, boy.
But nah, this hit different. I thought I was mature. I thought I was mature. Until I met you. I thought I was professional until I met you. Until I worked with you. You working with you showed me how much I needed to grow. You know what I'm saying? And that's RNS all day, every day. Real nigga shit.
We know what it's saying.
He just wanted to say
He
it.
just wanted to say it.
Because RNS didn't even feel right. working with you.
What's RNS?
Working with you let me know how much I needed to work on inside myself, because I see the struggle that you go through on a weekly basis. I see what you have to deal with as a leader. On top of the fact that you're a good leader. You're a good leader. Working under you and seeing how you move and stuff like that. Even when you have stuff going on, you try your best to, make sure everybody got the proper information that they need, this, that, and the other. I see you do all these things, and then I see you get met with controversy. I see you get met with walls. I see you get met with, drama.
Hard brick walls.
And I'm like, but you get on that stage every single week, and you act like nothing happened, and you put your all into it still. Me, if it's me, my goal is to show y'all where y'all effed up. So while I'm on the stage, I'm going to show y'all where y'all left up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good at doing that. But then I see you, and I'm like, and then I see, but then it taps back into, well, what am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? I'm doing it for them. You know what I'm saying? I got an issue with what's going on above my head, but at the end of the day, I'm doing this for them. And I see you week in and week out, like, doing it for real. There'll be times I'll be playing behind you. I'll be like, dude, man, like let's just go ahead and, oh, so-and-so ain't here? I bet. Well, let's just go ahead and end it now and prove a point. And
as hard as I want to do that.
And I see you, and you like, nah, I got to minister. It's still, regardless who not here, it's still souls out there. That is so empowering. That is so that is such a teachable moment for me, this grown ass man, that I learn from you damn near every week. You know what I'm saying? You are definitely a dope individual. You are definitely a dope person to work with. You are definitely a light in what we do in this industry, on and off the stage. Working with you, even when it comes to the the things that you do outside of the stage. You walk into whatever you do as a light. And I just want to let you know, and I think I can speak on behalf of all of us, that light shines bright.
I appreciate that.
I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being that light that you are for people. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Y'all make some noise for email at the one
I
time.
appreciate that. Thank you.
We see you.
I appreciate that.
We see you.
Yeah, for sure.
You cut it off.
Yeah, that's been done.
Okay.
I did that like 2 months ago. Where you been at?
Hey man, listen, that clap used to be so long.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Anyway, Lou, what you got?
Yeah, so yeah, definitely, man. We definitely gotta have you back because we got sidetracked so much tonight. We still got a lot to talk about.
R. Kelly took the cake, baby.
It wasn't just R. Kelly.
Yeah.
It was
Hey, Chris.
It was R. Kelly and makeup advice.
Yeah.
Speaking of makeup
The
advice,
makeup is for the girlies, though, and the guys that like to wear them, because there's some guys that clearly likes to wear a little lippy glossy, you know?
Speaking of which,
Come on.
come on.
Mr. Sophisticated.
and Chris said, and she is one of my favorite tenors. I can't, because there's a...
It's tenors.
Tenors. One of my favorite tenors. All right.
Hey, Chris.
All right, man, listen.
Thank you, Chris.
I am only doing this for promotional.
What happened to the purple one that I gave you?
No. This is the only one that you got.
No, you asked me to give you one months ago when we met up and I first did. We was talking about it.
That's at the crib.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I still got it.
You should have put that one on. It would have gave you. It would have been all shiny and stuff. At least that one's dry. So that one it'll show up, but it ain't gonna show up that much. No, it'll show up.
How much?
and move the mic.
How much of this am I supposed to put on?
Cover your lips.
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna just do one coat at the bottom, one coat at the top.
I need to see pigment. Can we see how pigmented it can
So
go?
is this like
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like you put your chapstick on. It's the same way.
So it's like I ain't putting this on the way I put my, cause I got a lot of lips, bro.
That's right.
I got a lot of skin on my lips.
We just need
It
to
covers.
see it. We need to see the pigmentation. Move the microphone.
Yeah, move the microphone.
We can't see.
And this is animal tested, right?
This is vegan.
This is vegan.
It don't go in animals. This is vegan.
See, I only do animal tested.
No, you don't.
You don't want animal tested. You want pure.
Come on.
Yeah, all right.
Move the microphone.
While you playing, I asked him. I said, I looked him dead in his face. I said, babe, can I practice on you? He looked at him with a straight face. Can I practice on you? He looked at me with a straight face. Said, hell no. No. Sure can't.
See?
I said, not even your eyebrows? No.
And normally that would be me, but shit. All right.
That's all right. Let me put
You
this
gonna
back
use
on
this as one of the clips, ain't you?
Hell yeah.
I may not. Who knows?
All right, see.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful it's so lovely. Everyone's so lovely.
All right, so people, hold on. First of all, where can you find your shit?
You can find the Audaciously Blessed makeup lippies on Etsy at www.etsy.com/Audaciously Blessed.
God damn it! Why does CT have to?
CT, Jay finna put on this.
Shut up! Out of all people.
And I need you to make sure you pucker him up too.
That's
No,
right.
okay,
But you gotta blot it.
Ma.
All right.
That's what.
Before I put the song, Lou, what you got?
Hey, Lucius, your laugh sounded like my face laugh. My fake laugh.
Come on now.
CT ain't said shit this whole interview, and then all of a sudden.
Come on now.
Wow.
Come on now. We running out of time.
See,
Stop stalling.
Lou, what you got?
Yeah. So anyway,
Stop it. Get some help.
Come on, man.
Professor Melville, what you got?
You already know.
This is for promotional purposes and promotional purposes only, man.
You should have never said you would do
So
it.
guys, make sure that y'all come and shop at Audaciously Blessed on Etsy. They are $20. Yes, they are.
But you know what? You did, because speaking of men, you did make a post,
I'm trying to work my way to getting chapsticks and Vaseline, not Vaseline per se, but lip balm and stuff for
That's
guys.
not how you put that on.
I don't give a fuck. Is this how I do this?
No, let me see. Lift your.
think you applying yourself.
Put it on. Let me see.
It's the Come on, man. Don't dip that in there no more.
Now let me see your top lip, cause I ain't seen you put nothing on that top lip.
You didn't put in on this, man.
You didn't put nothing on that top lip.
Am I doing it right?
Let me see the top. Did you put it on the top? Man, you ain't put nothing on.
I did.
Yes, it is.
I did.
He needs some gloss. He needs some gloss. You got to get up and get in the camera so they can see, cause they can't see.
It's Jamal over there. Don't rub it. You just took it off.
No,
It's matte. You
it's
gotta
not
let
off.
it dry. Put one more coat on.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you gotta do it right.
The upper room.
And then now Polo want to get on here. Wow. I thought y'all were my niggas, dog.
What did I log on into? There you go.
Oh my God!
Chris Brenham said, do the men tubes have the rhinestones on them as well?
They won't. No.
Shut up, Chris. You were race trainers.
You gonna get off
Ooh,
my
your lips look
Don't put them on
luscious.
Boy, when that dry down,
Boy,
don't
it's gonna
rub
be
your lips
caked.
no more, Jay.
It's gonna be caked on there. Move the microphone so we can see.
Let it dry.
Is it? Did I do it?
Move the microphone so we
This
can
is
see.
for promotional purposes.
We can't see your mouth.
Huh?
We can't see your mouth. Move the microphone.
You can see his mouth.
Then you gonna put the Did I do it?
You should have gave him the pink one.
Listen. I should have gave him the red one.
Yeah.
Don't look that bad.
Yeah,
'cause
because
it's
you
brown.
chocolate.
Good and terrible.
Fuck it, give me the red one.
Give him the red
Fuck it.
one. We
All right, got that on.
Fuck it.
yes.
It's for promotional purposes.
I got some makeup wipes
I'm trying to
upstairs.
eat. Shut up. Alright. Nah.
And welcome him to the
No.
stage.
You
Round of applause
commit.
For Jackson Heights own.
You don't need that much.
CT, Melodi has her own lippy brand, so he's trying on her lippies.
Am I doing it right?
Yes.
Ooh.
I am very happy to be here.
Indigo when I need it. Right, bottom lip one more time.
Ooh.
Oh
Don't rub
man.
your lips together. Just let it dry.
Paulo say Lou just sitting there letting this happen. Chris Brenham said that's not your color, bro.
Is this it? Put me on the screen. Wow.
Two.
Rubbing, you keep rubbing.
Jay, two won't fool.
CT said, what exactly are we promoting? My little sister lip brand. Wow. You got any chapstick on this line?
She's gonna get some Polo. She gonna do some sticks.
All right. So where can they find your shit?
Dang, your
Boy.
lips red.
This is ad placement at its finest. My goodness.
You look like I don't know what you look like.
Where your mic at?
CT said, "Oh."
Tell your titties to calm down.
CT said, "Oh, okay." He thought you was getting ready for a certain party.
Oh, your mic ain't on, baby.
There it is. It fell. I heard.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't have it on me.
Why y'all stalling?
Stalling to do what? Oh man.
So first of all, you can get your ladies some lipstick at Deliciously
the
Blessed.
camera
I got it.
Give me the red one.
He petty.
I have about 15 colors from red, blues, pinks, whites, all that good stuff. So this is your word of affirmation lip gloss line.
It's the most views we done had all night
Right. At the end of the interview.
when I'm doing this shit.
So you can purchase your word of affirmation from my page on Etsy, etsy.com/Deliciously Blessed. It's a word of affirmation vegan lip gloss lipstick line that just came out officially. So yeah.
Yay.
They are $20. The mats stay on super duper long, and your gloss is gonna always make
How
your
long?
gloss pop.
How long do they
You can
stay
wear these
on?
for hours. And I'm not talking about like you go out to eat. I'm literally saying you go out to eat and then you
That's
still have your
wild.
color on.
You
That's
looking at
wild.
your lips, Jay?
It's the brown and the red mixture. If you would have just did the red by itself, that red would have stood out as loud as his
That's
shirt.
I know, right? I wish.
And then I have the red on as well. So
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
The goat. Cute.
I'm so glad I caught this. You should have been on earlier.
Man.
Jay, you definitely need to try on the. Nah,
Brown,
fam.
white, I know. I was trying to get him to do it.
Which one? The white one?
Yeah.
Nah, cause she's Hey, Chris Brennan. She
That was
said,
the original color I tried to give him. Actually,
She said, why don't you try this white stuff? And I was like, nah. Yeah, see, Lou, come on, man. You a co-host, bro. You can't leave me hanging by myself.
Why you pull your
Lucius
mic so
said
far
no.
up?
You're gonna be on this lonely road tonight, bro.
Why you pull your mic so far up?
Huh?
I said, why you pull your mic so far?
So the people can hear what I'm saying. This is crazy. Entertainers, boy. Entertainers.
Cute.
Stop.
we'll talk about a supporter.
I really wish you would stop making that. And then, hold on, wait. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how y'all praise and worship people be singing in our microphones and be effing up our microphones because y'all want to put y'all lips on the mic.
I want you to look at your mic at the end of this conversation to see if you got some red stuff on there.
Minister Daryl was just like, yeah, you're gonna have to start putting on a mic cover on because you got lipstick all over the mic. I looked at that mic and I was just like,
Yeah,
Ebony, take your lips off the mic.
yeah, I did that Sunday.
And y'all don't be cleaning y'all mics, sound people. Y'all don't be.
I was gonna
cleaning
say,
y'all
leave that up to the sound people or band owners that does equipment because I know one that ain't never cleaned it.
Tara say, "Oh, nice color, bro."
Now, who is this?
And Chris Brenham said, "White stuff made it worse."
Exactly. She talking about, let me put this white stuff on. Why do I feel like my shit getting heavier?
Why
It's
are you covering your
It's like
mouth with
it's
your?
getting harder.
It's
Because it's a
harder.
matte.
And you got on the brown, and then you put the red on
And
top.
then you
so
put
you
so
got
many
so
different
much
coats. You
on
have a
it.
lot of coats on right now.
Yeah.
So by the time it dry down, it's gonna be dry.
And I gotta tell you, stop covering your mouth with this microphone. We're trying to see the pigmentation.
DFW Shed Sessions.
Look at this picture.
Boy, say I don't
For
know.
promotional purposes.
Emotional purposes.
Can I drink the same?
Yeah.
Yes.
This why y'all be drinking out of straws.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you
I mean, it's
all that
always
red
good for a
potato
lady to
Yeah.
drink out of straws, but that's another reason. Drink your drink, bro.
My God, my goddad would be so disappointed in me.
He watches, so I'm so waiting for him.
Did you gonna go in that show and put on some lipstick?
My man had to take a shot.
Tara said she loved the
Tell
support.
your friends about this podcast. Tell everybody. It goes down.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not that known of a person just yet. You know what I'm saying?
And what kills me is I gotta play with CT Wednesday.
He
Oh,
said,
he gonna let
some of them church folks be tasting themselves after using the microphone.
They do. I run Sam, so I know.
Ugh, that's nasty.
Polo said he would never forget this.
Oh, okay. You never gonna forget your interview when you get up here, buddy. Don't pull out.
I don't.
The cup got lip on it, J Ell. Nah, it don't actually.
Look, good promotion. Put it towards your.
Because baby, when it dries down, there is no stains left.
It
Okay,
don't
ain't no stains.
It don't actually.
No, it ain't got no stains.
No stain.
Not a stain on them. Not a stain on them.
Your lips gonna feel heavy as hell though.
They do feel, and I already got big lips. That's why I'm like,
Gonna look like you got a lip plump on them.
Polo say he can't wait. Polo, when you get on here, you got to put on some lippies too.
nah. When he get on here, he just got to answer some questions. That's it. Questions. That's all.
He said Melodi may be onto something. I agree.
Yeah, for all the ones who ain't figured it out yet.
No,
this
even
is good
just
for
the
them.
men. No, just the men.
Ain't no.
No. Not so. What she's trying to do is not that for you guys. She's actually trying to come out with a men line of her lippies, but it's like more so like
a moisturizer.
Yeah, like lip balm.
More so like a lip balm
I got
moisturizer.
the lips for it.
Yes, you do.
And
we seal.
Yeah, my goal is by the end of the year, I'm gonna try to have the men whatever they need. Because I want to get into, okay. All right, I ain't picking it up again. I want to be able to get into like not only lip balms for men, but make it a unisex situation where they have choices as well. Now, of course, they're not going to get the same choices, but you do have your guys that do like lipstick. Let's be real. There are a lot of guys who like lipstick. So
it ain't on my vape, y'all. It ain't on my vape.
Kiss your hand.
Do it again, because they got to see the close-up. They can't see. Do it again.
Hey.
No, your camera is right here.
Hey, it ain't on my vape.
Can you smile?
Chapstick and lip balm. Come through.
You see the red? Look at the red on the camera.
I know. Can you smile? It actually looks very beautiful.
I really wish I. Why it's so serious.
It's the pump. This the pumping up for us.
Right. It's so plump.
It looks so pretty on you, Jay. Oh my God. Look
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at this.
Fuck y'all and everybody in y'all family. He laughing way too hard for me.
You know how long I've been trying to get here?
Now we allowed you, sir, to come in our space. I'll let you on camera if you come do it. Come support your wife.
I support in different ways.
I know that's right.
I will support in different ways.
That's what's up.
Jay, what you got?
Some bullshit on my lip. Nah, man. DFW Shed Sessions. How easy is this to come off?
Makeup white.
I told you I got some makeup whites, and they got rose water in the makeup whites.
And I will tell you that another easy tactic is if you do have like some lip gloss or some type of that.
I will hit you.
D oil would be perfect.
I will hit you.
D oil would be perfect. Would be perfect. No, get you some. If she has some lip gloss or some Vaseline or something, use the Vaseline to wipe it across your lips first, and then try to wipe it off.
So pretty. Oh my God! What did y'all make me do? Man. I want you to know how much I love you.
Wakanda forever.
Because this is some bullshit. DFW Shed. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna be transparent real quick. The real reason I'm stalling ending this shit
because you don't want to say that tagline.
My tagline. God damn it. The one of y'all want to say my tagline?
No.
What's your tagline?
No.
DFW
Shed Sessions. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck it.
He got to say it.
Fuck it. So DFW Shed Sessions, we appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. We got to go ahead and get out of here. We got to go ahead and we got Professor Mel Will in the building. We got We got Lou Paul Beats in the building. Y'all make sure y'all follow him and listen to his tunes. Y'all make sure y'all follow the lovely Melodi. We appreciate you so much, Mama, for coming in, taking time out of your busy schedule to. And if you don't mind,
Take 2. I was supposed to be here in the first round. We got first started.
Yeah, you. If you don't mind, can you send us the songs for Saturday? Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
It's Monday, huh?
Yeah, I'm surprised the other one didn't pull up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate your husband for pulling up, man, to support. I always got to shout out.
Stalling.
I mean, he is stalling hard. Can you please end this pod? We going on 3 hours.
No, because I did it with the white one, so I'm gonna do it with the black one.
Oh my gosh!
I always gotta shout out the support because our entertainers, we do have a hard job. So when they do what they do and they have a partner with them that genuinely supports them without malice, without envy, without jealousy, any of that. We appreciate the partners that we have. So, like, we definitely...
Thank you.
We definitely appreciate you. And you a soldier, so thank you for all of that good stuff. Anyway, DFW Shed Sessions, y'all make sure... He said Lucius White.
Jay, stop stalling and end this podcast.
So, with that being said, DFW Shed Sessions, we appreciate y'all so much. Please make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit. And remember, it is not...
Say it the way you normally say it. With your red lips. Go ahead. You cheating. You cheating. You cheating. Bring that mic down.
And remember, it ain't gonna suck itself.
To God be the glory.